Okay, before we do anything, everyone click on the map in country. And with map in country, you'll see the fact that it has the 10 different zones. Just like Demon Hunter 1705, there's 10 different places. You're not going to globe hop in this one. You're just going to be all around the Southeast Asia. The campaign is set right in Vietnam, probably 1967, 68. Maybe before the Tet offensive, maybe during the Tet offensive. The time can be a little bit cartoon time. You start and end at the same moment in history. You're going to pick your character. It won't have traits. It won't have stats. It's just going to have a tact. And the tact all depends on what sort of demon hunter you are. Do you protect the innocent? Do you slay demons? Or do you stay alive? And if we click over to the squad combat table next, you'll see a list of the 20 instruments. These are the divine instruments. They've changed a little bit from 1705 as you enter into this campaign. You can see that there's a Bug Out and a Jolly Green Giant and a Roger Wilco, and a lot of these are just code words to describe other things that you would employ during the game. And we'll go into those as they get generated, and it's all detailed within the rules. And finally, if you go, do you have an FYE EO? Yes. Did I share that one with everyone?
It's a tab.
Yeah, it's a tab. Great. So all that is just an old 1960s high school poster on the Vietnam War. And so I just cut and paste that into here. If you find yourself a little bit bored or distracted or wanted to add a little bit of detail, you can just simply jump into that tab and take a look at some of the background, in case you weren't old enough or in case you decided to blank it all out. Was it Timothy Leary that said if you remember the 60s, you actually didn't, what was his term? You didn't enjoy it? You didn't live through it, maybe so. Yeah. All right, over to the map in country is where we're going to start. Everyone's got a character, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And you don't necessarily need to have a character on Epic Table if you want to make one. Otherwise, all we need is a marker, and I put mine down there on the map. With 5 of us, I'll play along. If we pick up Conrad, maybe I'll drop out, or maybe I'll continue to play along. And let me go down to the introduction here. I think it's going to take about 2 weeks to play this. We may go really well and get right through it. We may take a 3rd week, but that would be a little bit self-indulgent. All right, your patron is Earl Wheeler. He's chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. I picked somebody that high to make sure that you realize this. The fact that you're hunting demons in Vietnam is known probably to most of the world leaders, but they're not going to bring it out to the general public. Just like the aliens at Roswell are probably real as well. So he is going to explain your task in just a voice recording. He's not going to meet you in person. There was no courier. Each day you head into Beau Row Garden and watch the last colonial Frenchies play bocce ball. Beau Row is short for Jardin des Beaux-Jeux, meaning Garden of Elegant Games. I forgive my French if I really bastardized that. Most days you visit in an hour and then you leave empty-handed. This day, one of the benches has a chalk X. It's common spycraft. Under the bench is a package. Code 943, code 943. That verifies this day an hour for authenticity. Hunters, travel to the prisoner of war camp at Cantho in the Mekong Delta. There collect a prisoner, Chuong Chin. Any VC of the group knows he is a professor of North Vietnam. Take him via the rail corridor to the Central Highlands, and there await further instructions at Da Nang Forward Air Base. The recording will self-destruct in 7 seconds. Any ARVN staff officers in the group? I think we have one with Tony. He stands and hands the object to one of the French players, but then smiles and throws it into an ash can for cigars. A toothless mama-san will claim the fused object later as scrapped. As you head out, your training lets you notice an assassin team. Boris Ivan, a man whose name couldn't be more cliche if it was Vodka Borscht. The squad has dealt with him before, but not well enough, so it seems. Now the choice is to murder Boris Ivan, or just avoid the firefight and head out. Here come our first rolls of the game. I'm going to have you each roll both a command and an investigation. If you go over to your handouts, you can find the table for command and investigation. Did I share those with you guys or not? Let me share them again, since they sometimes...
there are no handouts.
Unshare and share, unshare and share, and those should be popping up soon enough. I see little hourglasses.
That was strange. They looked like they were loading, and then they disappeared.
We will try again in just a second to see if the Epic table is saying Rusty's on the wrong version. Unshare and share. You have to watch when you click these multiple times. Did that first one show up? Okay.
There we go. Yep.
And unshare and share. And I'm just going to close
There's
those.
The success table.
But you have the master skill chart. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do before we make any rolls in the game is you're going to need to roll a D8, and that's the number of make rolls you have for each of your characters.
Mixed joys there.
I'm a 4. It's the only game where people scream when they get make rolls.
And I got to say,
I rolled mine. You can see it at the top. 3.
The make rolls can be used at any time. There's no restriction on them. Just use them as you want. Thank you, Rusty. And take those make rolls now, and let's take a look. You're going to make a command action, and you're going to make an investigation action. For instance, let me just start with me. I'm a lawman, so my command action is nearly impossible, and my investigation is tasking. Now, I could try to roll each of those, and I could grab some dice, and I have 4 make rolls, so my nearly impossible is a roll of a 15. And I failed that, of course. And my tasking is 12, and I failed that, of course. Or I could use make rolls on them and slowly reduce my make rolls down. In fact, I probably would use 1 make roll because a 4 to 6 is a cutoff, but a 2 to 3 is a better roll. So I'll make roll the investigation just for the hell of it. And I go around to Rusty. Rusty, 2 rolls. What is your make rolls?
3.
3, right? It's perfect.
Right.
So I need an investigation roll and I need a command roll. Did I say yes?
Yes.
So an investigation with a CIA guy is
with an observer.
Tasking. Okay. So I need a 7, which is
9.
not tasking. I need a 9. So I failed.
Okay.
And a 6. Failed and failed.
And you also, on command, is the same action for the observer, both with the investigation and the command. That's typical. I think you only have 1 good and 1 bad on most of these encounters. I go over
unless
to
you're a profiteer, then it's all tasking.
Mike.
I am also a lawman. I will just do that for my command roll, which is a make roll.
Okay.
And then for the tasking, I have failed.
Okay. And I go over to Tasha. 2 rolls, Tasha.
As a paladin, and I have 1 make roll. So my command is difficult. Difficult is a 5. I made it. And then I have a tasking, which is a 7. I made that as well.
And you made both rolls. Very nice. And Tony.
You making die rolls. La-di-da.
I'm tasking on both. Because everything is tasking for me. So.
Terrific.
And I have 6 make rolls. I have failed the command and failed the investigation as well.
Oh, let's see what happens. So we can enter firefight or we could try to evade. If you failed both rolls, you're stuck in whatever the majority is doing, which means you probably are in firefight. And if you make the command roll but you miss the investigation, the firefight has already started before we go into command. How about you? How about we all just go into a firefight and try to kill Ivan here? Or Boris here, depending if I want to call him by his first or last name. And Ivan Boris is the same to me as Boris Ivan. So we're going to just go to the table. It's always good to start with combat, get everyone in the mood of rolling dice. And I'm going to jump up to firefight in the game rules. And we're going to flip some cards, just like we would in most freestyle games. And I'm going to start with Rusty. Rusty, I'm firefight. Here comes your card. Oh, I'm going to remind everyone, just in case you didn't do it already, is there's a list of 20 different accoutrements, and those are a little bit different than the 20 different divine instruments in the game. And those are things like your K-bar knife or your M16. And if you haven't already, go ahead and find that list in your game booklet and check off whether you have 2 of those, 10 of those, all 20 of those. If you have all 20 of those, you're certainly carrying a law rocket and the flamethrower, and I don't know, you may even have a recoilless rifle on your back. But I don't fully remember the list. It's a lot of weight.
It's an M20 bazooka.
M20, the giant bazooka. All right, so if you want to grab all those before you get started here, those could end up in play. Rusty, you start with a devil card. It's always good to start with a devil card, especially an inverted one. And I'm reading down. And the devil card says, toggle accoutrement 14. If this event takes place in the Mekong Delta, it does not. We are in Saigon. The scapegoat character is faulted, rightly or wrongly, with blunted. The selecting player's character now has doubt. A doubt is another aspect of the game where you could, until we actually meet the bad guys, the bad demons of the climax, we might just think our own incompetent
So
teammates.
In other words, my flamethrower, which I'm not carrying, now I'm carrying a flamethrower.
Yeah, it looks like you decided that somebody reminded you that, hey, demon hunting takes flame. I know those dragons may be immune to it, but the people that support them, the sorceresses, are not. So you now picked up, but this is inverted, Rusty. So it's actually instrument 34. So I'm going to grab some items here.
So I got the crossbow.
It's actually, you can carry that crossbow, but we use it as a group. So that instrument 35, did I get that coin? Yeah, roughly in there. So Montagnard's crossbow, and it would give you Mystic Catbird whenever you decide to use it. And you can look that up in the text, but Mystic Catbird is just going to be the Catbird seat of +3. Now, anyone in the game around the table can decide to use that. They just say, I'm using it. I move on. No, still got Rusty. He needs a card. Let me look really quick to make sure that Major Terror not your action.
No, I did not get the flamethrower.
You did not get a flamethrower. You picked up the crossbow,
right,
which is even better. The table.
I don't have the tool. I don't have it installed. So.
That's all right. Toggle simply means if you have the object, lose it. If you lack the object, gain it. And it doesn't count as your action. So here comes your actual action on Firefight. A king. Boy, we're starting off with good cards here. So a king, Rusty. Let me Mike, do you have that to post, or would you like me to?
Not on the table. I think you might beat me to it. We'll see. Not inverted?
That is correct.
Yeah, I should have actually opened up the deck so I can see the cards.
There you go. How about, oh, wow, that was almost simultaneously.
Okay.
And Rusty, go ahead and read it out to us.
Take stock, balance your ammo, distribute the squad reserve as needed. Success and remove def mod. If already 0, reduce threat number. Alternatively, upon success, move to melee. Regardless, you or someone else loses accoutrement 06, which is the knife. K-bar, dagger, okay. No, the story doesn't let you simply grab a replacement in the field. Difficulty 9, advantage tactical pragmatic.
Pragmatic.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you're a pragmatic person. I think you picked the CIA guy, which
I
is
did.
the observer.
Okay, so I'm looking for a 9, right?
That is correct. 6 is a miss.
Failed.
So you did not reduce the threat number, but in this case, what we're trying to do is the threat number is the party size. There's 5. So once we bring the threat number of 5 down to 0, then we can leave this battle. Or you guys can automatically switch over to escape at your leisure. I go up to Mike. And Rusty, did you have a K-bar knife?
I do have a K-bar knife.
And not anymore. That thing is gone until the game gives you one back.
Got it.
All right, I go over to Mike. Mike, you ready for your card?
Yep.
How about if I give you a 5 of Coins Bane?
5 of Coins Bane. Gaze on with... Well, let me go ahead and see if I can copy this one into the chat for the home audience. Gaze on in wide wonder as the enemy walks blindly, calmly into your ambush. Don't overthink the opportunity. Success to reduce threat number. Alternatively, upon success, move to melee. Fail and test hysteria. Regardless, gain clue point. Difficulty 8, advantage tact observer. I'm not an observer. I am a lawman. But I rolled the 8, so I guess I will reduce the threat number.
That would be good. We're now at 4.
And take the clue point.
And I put the clue point on our squad combat table. Tasha, over to you.
Yes.
Here comes your card on firefight. How about if I give you a knave? Straight up.
How about it?
I'm laughing at the advantage. Advantage.
Okay, another miss. What gives? Everything could be distorted, or your weapon sights become bent, or these foes only bested by archaic weaponry fail and forced to evasion regardless, lose any accoutrement. If none suffer shaken, Jeopardy Fluke facing demon Payan Sarupa or its sorcerer's minions. Difficulty 9, advantage instrument 34, which is the Montagnard's crossbow.
And we have it.
We just picked it up. So you're going to roll 3 dice for a 9.
3 dice for a 9. Okay. There we go.
And there was no Jeopardy Fluke from the demon because we're not facing a demon here. We're fighting just some Russians, and they are not actually supernatural. But regardless, lose any accoutrement. Did you lose your flamethrower?
No, that not.
You
Any
did
accoutrement.
Exactly. Toss whatever you would like off onto the battlefield and wait for the game to give it back.
And I lose my claymore.
You dropped the claymore, and here you go, Tony. How about a knave? Back-to-back.
Also a
knaves.
knave. Great.
Yes.
But not a bane.
Have the advantage.
That's right. Another miss. What gives? Everything could be distorted, or your weapon sights became bent, or these foes only bested by archaic weaponry fail and forced evasion. Regardless, lose any accoutrement. If none, suffer shaken. Jeopardy, fluke, facing demon. I'm not even going to say that. Or it's sorcerer's minions. Difficulty 9, advantage instrument 34. Montagnard's crossbow, which we do have. So I'm 3 dice for 9. And I've
3
succeeded.
dice for 9, easily succeeded. And what did you lose as your accoutrement?
I've lost M34 grenade.
Okay. You lost your grenade. And it comes over to me, and I will flip a card for me on firefight. And it is a 2. And I'll just read that out while Mike posts it. And a 2 is stoop and scrape up a souvenir from the ground. You'll have to decide how gruesome that object might be for your character. Success, I probably almost looking for a clue here on why they were actually in this park at the same time as us. Success for victory against human minions. The enemy is defeated and dispersed for now. Versus monsters of any kind, the entire party is forced into melee. No monsters. Regardless, gain instrument 23, the Catholic Rosary. That may be what I'm picking up. I will put that on the board for us. And the Catholic Rosary has a mystic heal. That mystic heal is nice, which means we could basically heal the whole party or heal somebody within the battle. And if already in the party suffer shaken, it is not. I am not a profiteer, but it's a 13. On a 13, the whole will, and I will drop my make rolls down to 2, and I will end this battle here. And we go on to the next part of the mission. After the battle, we realize that we can make a difficult roll to gain swaggering. So difficult roll to gain swaggering. Rusty, give me a difficult roll to gain any swaggering. Which one would you like?
Okay.
So if you go up
see.
your swaggering by your
Right.
tact.
I think I'll use Killer Instinct. And
Okay.
so that's it. And I think I made it. Let's see, what difficult roll? It's a
What
7.
what is your
3.
number of make rolls you have?
3. And so a 7 is difficult, and I
7
made
is
it 12.
difficult. You made it. And Mike.
I think. Battle Hungry understands desire. Battle Hungry understands desire. What's funniest for Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now?
As a lawman? Gladiatorial.
Yeah. Huh?
Gladiatorial. Diplomatic. The guy certainly was not diplomatic.
Yeah.
Heroic acts.
Heroic acts? All right, I'll go for heroic acts. And I have 7 make rolls, and now I have 6 make rolls.
Okay, very good, Mike. And it goes over to Tasha. Tasha, pick one of your swaggering.
Oh,
Or
religiously
your
inspired.
sister of the traveling flamethrower.
Religiously inspired. And I am.
Terrific.
Because I had one make roll, so there you go.
And it comes over to Tony. Pick one of yours, if you would, please.
Let's go with Better Valor.
Better Valor, always good.
And I'm going to succeed.
Okay. And I am down to what I have there. I'm down to 2 make rolls. With 2 make rolls, I have a difficult roll of a 7. I will try to roll a 7 on 2 dice. And I will try to get, what was I looking at? Disarming Strike, G. And I've made it. I picked up Disarming Strike. Now, normally, if we were checking ignobles, it would be ignobles by the party. But I don't think we need to worry about that too much. Mike, if you'd like to check ignobles for the party, you can. But
I didn't make that chart up.
I don't think it's, since it's a one-shot. Although we are, as I said, if you would keep these characters around, the next time I write a Demon Hunters game, you certainly can continue to play the same characters. The swaggering is all the same, as well as the tact. So a paladin in any period of history, or an observer in any period of history, would be the same. They just assume the role that's germane to the period. But let's go back to. I probably should have a separate folder open here, but that's just me being clerical. We're up to 2. Okay, we're going to travel in the Mekong Delta. So let's go and move the icon over the Mekong Delta. Wow, that was a whole lot of effort for a small amount of play. All right, meaning this
You got
map.
a coup point?
Oh, no. I meant in terms of the moving my icon from Saigon to the Mekong Delta. It's a cheap effect on the mapping country. And there, we're going to roll an encounter traveling in the Mekong Delta to collect a prisoner for exchange. And we will follow the encounter with a deck flip check of Tribulation by the Scapegoat. So that means after this, we're also going to determine who our scapegoat is. But let me get an encounter here. And we got ourselves a knight, and I have a campaign travel, and I got a knight. And that knight says there's a general emergency. The party is drawn into a fight. There's a farmer revolt, a worker strike, civil unrest, lawlessness, name your poison. If this event is generated in the heart of the North, or Hanoi, treat instead as 4. Fight Malay, Q&D, 2 first dispatch. If this result happens again, then increase the threat number above that initial 1. You can also add a death mod. I don't think I need to. Only Malay will be used. Any result that pushes you off the table is treated instead as a vicious wound. And we'll start with Rusty. Rusty, we're going to go to Malay, and we're going to get some vicious wounds, I hope. No, I mean, we're going to avoid some vicious wounds. Rusty, here comes your card on Malay. And it is the Force card. Let's take a look and see what happens there.
60.
It is Force. It is inverted.
Yeah.
And it's going to be toggle instrument 30. If this event takes place in the lake region, a random character receives a vicious wound. But we are not in the lake region. I'm going to go back over to the squad combat table. And I said a toggle instrument 30. A katana.
Yep.
Wow.
The
Rusty
katana.
is just picking up left, right, and center gear. But again, that's shared by the party. And Rusty, your actual card is, I'm flipping a coin. You'll notice that the majors come quickly and fill you up. But then as the game gets to the end, if you reshuffle the deck, then they're going to start to go away very quick.
What's the katana do?
The katana does
Let's go.
Mystic Fury. So by using the katana, and then it would vanish from the party, you would actually gain the Fury pip, Rusty, of +2. And you don't have any actual traits in the game, like rugged or energetic, that would give you those bonuses. So you have to use your mystic instruments to inspire them. And it's in the chat, an ace of rods, inverted.
Let's see here. Encounter traveling to Mekong Delta to collect prisoners for exchange. Follow the encounter with a
I think it's
flip-
right under that, Rusty. The inverted
yeah.
ban ace.
Okay, make mental note of the condition of your squad arms and ammo. Fail and suffer vicious. Regardless, lower threat number. Okay, plus you or someone else loses accoutrement. 08. M16 rifle.
You lost your rifle, Rusty.
That's pretty pathetic. Okay, that grunt might have to continue with some.
You're a CIA guy. You probably just think it's weight.
Yeah. Well, I was carrying an AK-47 anyway.
Yes.
With some war found oddball caliber gun, Baratz, Donor, Heckler, Koch, French Moss, or AK-47. See, AK-47. Good luck scrounging ammo. Let's see. Difficulty 8, advantage. Let's see. Accoutrement 06. K-bar dagger. Of course, I don't.
Isn't that the one you dropped in the first battle? What is this? What is this new guy from the CIA that's lost his dagger and now broke his M16 or didn't even bring an M16? Well,
I brought an M16, luckily for somebody else. But anyway,
give it an 8, Rusty, on 2 dice, or you're going to suffer a vicious wound here. And Rusty avoids the vicious wound. Remember those make rolls. An 8 is not a gimme roll. And that clue point of ours, we could spend that at any time, and we can do preparations. But for now, we probably can wait with it. We're going to figure out who the main bad guy is. And that will get us in map, in country, to where we're going. I don't think there's any card I need to flip to be a... besides that encounter. Let me double check the encounters to make sure I'm not flipping until I get a certain event. I don't think I am. I think it's just, it's 1 card flip or major tarot as we move. I'm back to my scenario, and we got to the Mekong here. Now, we got a follow with an encounter flip for Tribulation of the Scapegoat. So, Rusty, you were the one who won that battle. So somebody didn't pull their full weight in that battle. Now, is it...
whoever took my gun.
Is it Mike,
M16.
a Special Forces Green Beret? Is it Tasha, a member of the Buddhist monastery? Is it Tony, who is a South Vietnamese political operative? Or is it my character, another Special Forces guy? You can just pick randomly, or you can roll, or you could have us vote on it.
We're gonna roll, and it was character number 1. So the first person you mentioned was Mike.
Mike is suspect. Mike, I'm going to give you a roll on tribulations. Let's see where my tribulations are.
Sorry, Mike.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at that die 4.
Well, don't be mad at the die 4. It's under the optional section on tribulations. So here comes a card your way, Mike. Let me make sure that we're looking at this correctly. Use this table whenever you wish to add more tribulation and suspicion to the party before the main demon is reached. At each test of the card flip generates an event. The system relies on an antiquated concept of low fates. Tony and I like low fates. So the party will always have a scapegoat under the optional set of mechanics. We like the low fates when it's not us. Here comes your card as low fates, Mike. You got yourself a high priestess. Do I have major terror on this? How complete could I be? I do have major terror on this. How about we draw a correct conclusion that your enemy can impersonate any character in the group, often an NPC or rank and file soldier. So the death mod going forward is going to be +1.
Ugh.
So, Mike, you say, nope, you didn't take the guy's rifle. You say that the monster in the climax was the one that took the rifle. He just was impersonating me. Sounds like a likely story, but it's also just an event that happens. Now, I think these, let me double check. No, these do not count as your actual thing. Depending on the party side, the ref may require occult reasoning by the leader or simply give the party an honest break as a freebie. We'll take them as a freebie. Here comes your actual event, Mike. A justice. Ooh, and it rains and pours. And those majors we're sort of eating up here could have been instruments for us too. So thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, you're going to draw a correct conclusion that your enemy's lair is going to be underground in a cave or maze. We're going to increase the threat by 1 of the climax.
Yay.
One more card. I'm taking notes here. That's what we get. Typical of Conrad. I keep telling him he needs to check his randomizer, but for some reason they just always seem to come in groups. Draw a correct conclusion that your enemy can adopt an innocent human face. Wow. +1 threat.
What table is this?
It's on, I'm not sure what it is. I'm actually using the actual set of rolls. I'm on about 151. It's down under low fates, optional Q&D tribulation.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the major subheading. Okay.
It's an innocent. And here comes another card. Please, 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 no majors. And it's an ace. And it's inverted.
Ace Bane, inverted. Have we determined who the scapegoat is?
You are, Mike.
I'm the scapegoat. Scapegoat is attacked by a monster opportunistically. Let me paste this into the chat. Scapegoat, me, is attacked by monster opportunistically. Roll tasking or suffer vicious wound. One person of the group loses doubt. Not that anybody in the group had any doubt.
We'll make somebody immune to doubt from that roll, Mike. But let's see if you can get that tasking roll straight up. How many make rolls do you have? Or are you going to just burn?
I have 6 make rolls, which, dropped me down to another tier. But I think I'll just go ahead and burn another one of those.
Burn another one. There's suffer the vicious. Yeah, the vicious and the Shakens. They'll stay with you this game. Now, one of us. Everyone roll 2 dice, not you, Mike, and that will be a person who rolls high. I rolled a 4. I think Mike as well. I never saw him in Special Forces training. Whoever rolled high, it looks like Rusty.
Did I see 7?
Yeah. 7, Rusty. Rusty, you will never down Mike. So even though Mike is the scapegoat, now it's just up to Tasha, Tony, and I whether or not he's going to make it to the climax or get kicked out and play an alternate character when we get there. And let's go on to the actual back to the scenario here. And in the scenario, we are up to this is an ugly one. So we are going to before we reach the camp, we are attacked by it looks like Cynthia or Chinthy, a lion-sized and reptile-scaled monster. And we're going to follow the encounter with a card flip again. No. Occult reasoning task roll to start the melee, not overwhelm. So we're going to go onto our task resolution here. And we'll start with Rusty. Rusty, what is your occult reasoning skill? It's a tasking roll, right?
Yes.
You do not want to start this battle and overwhelm. So your tasking roll, how many make rolls do you have?
3.
3. You need to make a 9 or you need to burn a make roll.
Let's see. We've got the... I won't use the katana. We should save that for somebody who gets shaken. So... let's see. So what's the consequence if I don't use a make roll and I
You're going
fail?
to start this next battle as overwhelm rather than, let me double check that, rather than firefight. The demon just jumps out of the swamp at us.
And what's the difference? Overwhelm's a much more difficult table?
Overwhelm is it's like a regular in Cutlass. It's something to be avoided.
Well, that'll be a good experience for game testing.
It would be. I'm not so much interested about the the game testing mechanics. If you want, you could use your crossbow.
No, I rolled it. I
made it. Terrific. We're gonna go over to Mike. Mike, you need to roll that occult reasoning roll for us, please.
I do. I have 5 make rolls, and as a lawman, that is tasking. So I'm looking for a 12. I can roll a 12, or I can test overwhelm. I can be on overwhelm.
Mike has decided he's want to go right to overwhelm. Tasha.
I've got a tasking that's a 7 as a paladin, so
2 dice.
I guess I'm on overwhelm as well.
Overwhelmed as well. Tony.
I will actually burn a make roll.
Okay.
Even though it's a tasking roll, I will succeed.
Terrific. And over to me. I have 2 make rolls left, and I don't necessarily want to go to overwhelm here, even though I'd be in good company. I'm going to go ahead and use another make roll and go to 1. And then at that last make roll, I will not be at overwhelm. And so we're going to start with Rusty. Rusty, are you overwhelmed or are you in firefight?
No, I'm in firefight.
Okay, here comes your firefight card.
With no rifle.
Wait. I misread this. It says melee. We're going to melee this thing to the death, not... Oh, that's the rifle's not going to hurt you. You have a firearm. You just don't have the one that that you've been making notch marks for the demons you've killed with it. I'm going to start with you, Rusty, and here comes your melee card. And it is going to be a 6 of swords, Bane, melee.
6 is always horrid. Oh, man. Oh.
6 Bane?
6 Bane. Rope-a-dope.
Yep. See who gets it first.
Let's see. Rope-a-dope, exhausted and hiding fatigue. Fail and take a next action on overwhelm. Regardless, lose half of your remaining make rolls. What? Regardless?
It is.
Action fluke. Okay. Instruments. Yeah, 6s are just evil. Peacenik DL reduces threat number, difficulty.
Yeah, we don't have that peacenik, so we don't automatically drop the threat number.
Difficulty 7, advantage, zealot or pragmatist, trickery, C, melee 5, strike your VI. So I don't understand any of that. So so what I'm enrolling for, 7?
A pragmatist melee, or I should say pragmatist trickery C. And I'm not sure where that melee came from anyway. I think that may have been
I don't
melee
have
5.
I don't have those swaggering. The only swaggering I have is killer instinct. So
okay.
So I need a 7.
You need a 7.
Failed.
And you're not a zealot or a pragmatist, so you wouldn't pick up anything on that. Fail. Is there any fail on that? Fail and next action on an overwhelm. Rusty as well has gone to overwhelm. And we're going to go over to Mike. Now, normally this would just be a threat 1, but we picked up, wow, I should say we are a threat number of 3. And we also have a death mod of 1 because of Mike's suspicions of the monsters.
Okay, so with half my rank rolls, I have 3. Does that mean I lose 2 or only 1? You round up or round down?
I would round down. Well, no, I would round up. Because if you had 1, you would lose it. And we're going to go over to...
so I now have...
Next? Mike, you're on overwhelm, correct?
Okay.
Well, for those who don't have the rules open in front of them, while overwhelm is a terrible place to be, there is one nice advantage. There is no defensive modifier on overwhelm. The problem is you can't gain any bonus pips like Fury and Catbird and Tactics on overwhelm.
That's true as well. But you can gain a +1 to your roll for each accoutrement you decide to sacrifice.
Like the M7 grenade I just threw.
But you've already lost that one. Here comes your card.
I haven't lost any grenades.
Oh, well, I thought somebody did.
I think.
Maybe it was Tony who dropped that. And we're going to start with Major Tarot, though. A Major Tarot World Inverted. I believe it's a toggle. Most of these are. And the world, a toggle instrument 39. We just picked up a Sergeant Rock comic. If we're worried that these are going to come around again, we may want to start using them. But again, up to you guys. Somebody's keeping track of this for me with the keys. Thank you, whoever put those hammer and sickle guys on there. And Mike, here comes your card. And it's going to be a 7 Bane on overwhelm.
7 Bane. Wahoo. Well, the tact is the advantage is going to work for me. Hold on. Inverted Bane, 7. Wahoo, that is a funky funk to these things ever bathe, only in the blood of their foes. Where's a stream to battle in when you need one? Fail and develop a vulnerability facing demons that insult smell. Should the character already have this weakness, he dies on a failed roll. Difficulty 10, advantage tact paladin. Oh, I'm not a paladin, I am a lawman.
No, our paladin is Tasha. So it's a 10, Mike. It's
I'll just mark down that I...
Yeah, you now insult, you now are vulnerable to the insult of smell. And I go over to Tasha. Tasha, you're in Overwhelm, is that correct?
I am.
And here comes your card on Overwhelm. It is a Lover's card. And the Lover's card tells me that, and it's inverted too, we're going to toggle instrument 26. Boy, we are picking up lots of good stuff here. And we now have the Pfizer barbecue. We can call in a napalm strike if we need to on this battle.
Oh, that's my favorite.
And here's an Empress, and it is inverted. What if we pick up 23? Toggle instrument 23. How do we end up with this?
We already had the Catholic Rosary,
yeah.
so
we're going to lose that. If this event takes place in the Lake region of Cambodia, a random player receives a vicious wound. We are not there, but there it goes. That was a mystic heal that could have saved the party at some time. Still flipping for you, Tasha. A 2 of Cups on Overwhelm.
But not a Bane.
That's good.
Nope, no, I can't do that with a keyboard shortcut out of the browser. Here we go.
Your actions may prove worthless, but you'll perform them with panache or manic grace. Manic grace is actually what I received from the Lord. Fail and suffer vicious. Regardless, there's one make roll. Post that I have none left. Difficulty 12, advantage paladin or observer's gesticulate garment. So
on a 12, you'll pick up your gesticulate garment.
Well, here's my question then. If
yes.
If I lose my make roll either way, can I use my one make roll here? And then
you may not. You may not. That regardless is just going to happen. If you wish, though, you could activate the Mystic Fury of the Katana and get +2 on this roll because you're going to pick up perhaps the gesticulate garment. You also have the Mystic Fury from the Sergeant Rock comic.
I will do that because I'm sad I'm going to lose my one make roll. And
which one is the Sergeant Rock or the Katana?
The Katana, I think.
Katana's gone. Give me +2 to that dice roll. You need a 10.
But I do get 3 dice for a 10, so that's good. Advantage paladin. So.
Oh no! The advantage is your paladin's gesticulate garment, which I don't think you have a gesticulate garment.
I don't. Okay,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. On a 10 here, you're going to pick it up. Is that too hard to roll? It looks like it's too hard. A vicious wound for you. Okay. Yes. We'll have to be looking on the lookout for another accoutrement that will bring back her healing. And I'm going to go over to Tony.
Didn't she just sacrifice the katana to give her fury? To give her a +2? Oh, but she needed
I needed a 12.
I thought she needed a 10. Never mind. Okay, sorry.
And Tony, are you overwhelmed or are you in firefight?
No, I'm in melee.
I mean melee.
No, I'm in melee, not melee.
Okay, here you go. How about a 9?
How about a 9? Let's see what a 9 has to say. A 9 says, rub some dirt in an open wound to staunch the bleeding. Check again. What is this flip of Bane? Oh, thank you. Great. I believe that's called roleplay meta. Yes, success to reduce threat number by 1, regardless, gain instrument 26. Regardless, which we already have.
We already have. We don't lose it, though.
The party, expend it to immediately win this battle, except during the climax against the adventurer's main demon.
And we will. So, Tony, you called in the Pfizer barbecue, so you called in the napalm strike on the Chinthi.
Does that mean I get any swagger as a success?
Let me look and see. It says, regardless, gain instrument. If already in the party, expend immediately to win this battle, except during the climax. So expend immediately to win this battle. You didn't actually make a roll. So the answer for me would be no.
And
let's
see. Can I try the roll anyway?
No, you may not. The roll is passed. You immediately win the battle. You go right to the semantics of this in the horror game.
Well, and what if I don't choose to do it? Oh, but this is an automatic. It happens automatically.
I think it just happened. Is the fact that you have called in the airstrike, and we're gonna go. It works. And we're going to go on to the interlude post-battle of difficult roll by each character to gain swaggering. Follow the encounter with another check of tribulation by the scapegoat. Thanks, Mike. And we're going to, I'm going to move these back up here. And why don't we roll a difficult roll? I'll start with me since the die was on me. And here comes my difficult roll. Do I want to use my my last make roll? They come and go so quickly anyway. I'm going to save my last make roll, but I'm going to try a difficult roll with one make roll. It's a 5 on 2 dice to pick up. Oh, I will pick up and get back up in that section of the rules. And it is swaggering for special forces. And I have picked up my elite goals, L. And I go over to Rusty. Rusty, pick one of your swaggering, please, and make a difficult roll for us.
I only have one swaggering, killer instinct. Make a difficult roll, and I have one roll, so that would be a 5.
5 on 2 dice. Pick swaggering. Which one did you pick up?
I got to pick a thing instead.
You sure did.
Okay.
Pick an extra one,
yeah. Let's see. I'm going to do. I'll do masterful defense.
Masterful defense. D is great. Mike. Difficult roll. Pick up a swaggering.
I can make a 10. No, I can't.
And Mike doesn't pick up one. Tasha, you have no make rolls left. Give me a 5 to pick up a swaggering, please.
Pure of thought. There we go.
Woo.
Now I get to 16.
And Tony.
I will pick up Killer Instinct. Move me down to a three make rolls and to a better
chance to roll anything that I push at you guys. And we go back to our mission here, and we have we now did tribulation. Mike, back at you. And Mike, here comes your Knave of Swords on tribulation.
All right.
Do you have it, or you need me to post it?
I'll get it.
It's on page 149 of the booklet.
Yep. Knave, Bane, Tribulation. Copy. Paste. Startled at night by a hideous or creepy sounds. Tony snoring. A random player describes them. Startled at night by hideous or creepy sounds. A random player describes them.
The Mike, describe the creepy sounds. What do you hear?
No, it's a random one. So much like Rusty did, it's number 1 is starting with you, Red, I guess. No, Tasha's right after me, right?
Yes. Tasha, describe the creepy sounds that he hears.
Well, in the jungle, there the problem is that there are any number of imps that have that wander underneath the brush, often rubbing their legs together in ways that can seem hideous and awful, and they plague your nightmares. It's impossible to be rid of the awful sound. You just feel like you need to burn it all away.
Well done. And Mike, the creepy sounds. The main monster does not insult sound, so you do not have to worry about the vicious roll. Should the character already be so invulnerable to the insult, consider him dead on a failed roll. Victim will automatically blame the scapegoat or have doubt. So Tasha, let's see. Sound describer must roll tasking or suffer a vicious wound. Should the character already be an insult? If the demon of the climax insults sound. But the demon of the climax does not insult sound. So whatever you're hearing, Tasha, it is not related to the mission. And so I move on.
Tasha picks up doubt.
A victim will automatically blame the scapegoat. Tasha now has doubt.
I do.
This is where I should have a little graphic just to put people's faces on their characters in doubt. And we go on to the next part of the mission flow. And the next part of the mission flow is We're going to collect the prisoner from the POW camp. No one wants him released. I need task rolls of command action, persuasion, occult reasoning, investigation, and secrecy. One roll of each, as story is questioned, as are the verbal orders. So let's all try those. I left off with me, so we're going to start back with me. Let me see which one I do best. I am a lawman. My best roll is persuasion. I'll try the persuasion roll at difficult. I need a 5. And I am successful. I've made the persuasion roll. Rusty, which roll would you like to make, please?
I'll make the secrecy roll, which is difficult for me, is a 5.
Very good. We're moving right ahead. Never a wasted effort, Mr. CIA. And Mike, which one do you want to try to make?
I will.
I took the easy one.
Yeah, you did. I will. Let's see. We have our persuasion and we have our secrecy.
We have persuasion. We have secrecy. That's correct. We need a command, occult, and investigation.
I will do investigation, and you know what? I'll just go ahead and burn a make roll and get them down.
The investigation is done. I move over to Tasha. Tasha, we need a command and we need an occult reasoning. And you are a paladin. Your command is a difficult roll. Would you like to attempt that?
I think so.
A 5 on 2 dice. And we're moving right along. Tony, that leaves the last roll of investigation to you.
Investigation. Well, since everything is tasking for me, I will try to make that of a 9 is what I have. 2 dice of a 9, and I failed.
And you failed. Let me see if we just need majority here. The task rolls. One of the story it's verbals. Wait for night and try and escape. If we miss any of the rolls, yeah, we have to make them all. If all players may attempt one of the 5 seeking success on all the 5, fail any as a group, and break the man free through the wires. Each player uses a single bane on plans and prep, or escape danger using overwhelm. So which would you like to do? Over to Rusty. I'll come back around to me. Rusty, you have a choice. You may make a plans and prep roll with a def mod of -3, or you can make an overwhelm roll, a single card flip. Do you want the overwhelm, which is always bad, or the plans and prep def mod -3, but it's automatically a bane?
I always like Banes, but at -3, it's going to be a little tough. I'll take the overwhelm. It's only 1 card on overwhelm.
Only 1 card on overwhelm, and here comes your 1 card on overwhelm, Rusty. It's an 8.
8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
Hold on for your dear life. Fail and lose swaggering. If none, suffer vicious. Regardless if character is tactical profiteer, all party paladins and profiteers are also forced into overwhelm.
Thanks, Rusty.
Difficulty 12. I'm not tactical profiteer. I'm a CIA observer, right? So. Oh, anyway, all parties, let's see, forced into overwhelm. Difficulty 12, advantage, paladin or lawman, neither.
Wrestling hold.
Wrestling hold.
You can't pick up the advantage, so we need a 12, a fail, and lose the swaggering. You need 2 dice for a 12, or you're going to lose that swaggering that you picked up.
Yes, well, easy come, easy go.
Oh, not so easy go in this case. Rusty made his roll. Mike, would you like a plans automatic bane, or would you like an overwhelm card?
I'll take a plans bane, because you want to test that table thoroughly.
How about a king, Mike, on plans?
With 1 card? Well, at least my cursor was right over that. Inverted bane, talk of great rational things. If we all die, at least we know it wasn't our plan, nor fault, entirely. Phelan character develops a vulnerability facing demons that insult sight. That would be my 2nd vulnerability of the week. If already that he is slain, technically run off never to returns. Regardless of character's trait pragmatist, he is not. Continue the current battle or action with one player card or ransom to do an evasion. Difficulty 7, advantage instrument 38, Roswell Codex. We do not have the Roswell Codex.
You're going to need a 10 because we're at Def Mod -3. A 10, or you're going to pick up a second vulnerability, Mike?
Yeah.
He's mulling it. He doesn't want that.
Yeah.
He knows it sounds bad.
No, I think I'm gonna 7. I think I'm gonna burn the Sergeant Rock comic, which still leaves me at a -1. Wait, we're taking one card of one card?
One card.
I'm going to, instead of the Sergeant Rock comic, I'm not doing that. I'm going to use the crossbow.
The crossbow is off. Get yourself 3.
Right.
Up 3, down 3. 2 dice for a 7, Mike, or you're going to take a second vulnerability. And Mike has no vulnerability. Tasha, would you like one card of Plans and Prep as a Bane, -3 to your roll, or would you like an Overwhelm card?
I think that given I'm already wounded, I'm going to go with the Overwhelm.
Okay, here comes the Overwhelm, and it's going to be a 2 Bane.
2 Bane, 2 Bane, 2 Bane.
2 Bane, 2 Bane, 2 Bane, 2 Bane, 2 Bane, 2 Bane, 2 Bane.
Escape slippery from dreadful grass-form mishap. Fail and suffer vicious, or fail and die. Regardless, continue on evasion. Difficulty 10, advantage. Profiteer's live Q. Geez, what can I use here to not die?
Well, you might as well activate the Mystic Fury and the Sergeant Rock comic to get yourself at least 2 on here.
Or I could burn them all and just end the whole thing. Doesn't need
You
5
are
barbecue.
on Overwhelm, so you can throw away Accoutrement and gain plus to the dice, Tasha. That's another thing you do.
How many dice do I get in a plus? Or do I add a die, or do I get plus?
+1 to a die for each accoutrement you toss.
All right. Well, I really will be throwing my M14 grenade.
Okay.
As well as taking that Fury Pip, so I can take this down to a 7 at least and try not to die.
Okay. Do you have anything else to throw other than use up the Fury
Yeah.
Pip, or do you still want to use the Fury Pip?
Well, given that, if I just throw something away, it's a 9. I could throw away. I'll leave the Fury Pip for somebody else.
If you die, it's all gear that's going to be on the ground anyways, is what I'm getting
That's
at.
true. So you know what? I'm going to throw away my C4, my M14 grenade.
Okay. That's
throw away
2.
my K-bar.
Okay.
That's 3, so I'm down to a 7, right? That's a 7 or die. So here we go.
A 7. Do you think you make a 7, or do you need one more?
Anything can happen.
Oh, and you didn't need any of it, but you saved the Sergeant Rock comment. I give you applaud for that. Tony, would you like an Overwhelm card, or would you like a Plans and Strategy? -3. Bane.
Yeah, Plans and Strategy. Fine.
Okay. Now, as you may or might not be seeing here, the Plans and Strategy, the worst thing that happen in that is you pick up vulnerabilities to different senses. Here you go. It's a 6 Bane.
The rolls are better than the other one on it. 6 Bane. Break the tension, sharing some brewskis and stories of dating conquest. Try not to forget what you're fighting for. Fail and test hysteria. Regardless, everyone toggle 1 accoutrement. Difficulty 6.
You bastard.
Well, it says toggle 1, so you could pick one up.
But I started with all 20.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess not anymore. Difficulty 6, make that a 9. Advantage, observers or profiteers repartee. Oh, I don't have repartee, but I have a chance of picking it up on merely a 9. Okay, and if I fail, test hysteria. Why not? Come on, a 9. Oh, a 6. There's my good rolling.
All right, you didn't pick up the repartee, and unfortunately, we're going to let you be the first test of hysteria. So, hysteria, we have 1 instrument, but how many accoutrements do you have, Tony? He's accounting.
I have 10.
10, so it's a total of 11. Your roll, missed it by 1, is tasking.
Tasking roll. So that is tasking is a 9, is what I'm looking for.
Now, before you roll that 9, anyone may apply occult reasoning and try to help you out on this action. So does anyone want to try occult reasoning here? My occult reasoning is, as a lawman, it's a tasking roll. It would be a 7. Not a gimme to be a calming influence here.
I will try the occult scholar roll,
Okay.
but I'm going to do it that way, and that drops me to 3 make rolls. And I think...
No, you lose all your make rolls if you use a make roll on this.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, then I'll just roll, see if I can roll the 12.
Okay. If
You're
you
going to roll to see if you can make a 12?
you're now in hysterical with him,
Yep.
Mike. And Tony, your roll you said was a 9, correct?
9,
If you have to
correct.
be forced to make it.
Yep.
Do I want to see the rules?
There you go.
I was about to say, do I want to see the rules, or do I want to try to roll a 7 to prevent your 9s?
Oh, come on. It's mere 9. Anyone can roll a 9.
Anyone
And
can
I rolled
roll
a 10.
9. You rolled a 10. Oh, great. You have gotten yourselves out of it, I guess. So we're going to go on to back to the actual battle, which comes over to finally me. And I'll take the Overwhelm card. And I got myself the Fool. What does a Fool do for me? A fool and his money are soon parted. The Fool card, it's an inverted card Fool. We got Toggle Instrument 40. We've picked up the Summer of Love beads. Would have loved that. Groovy Mystic Guidance. I think Mystic Guidance is the one where we can eliminate the threat, the death mod, I mean. All right, and still going with me on the Overwhelm, a Knave. Why did it have to be a Knave? An Overwhelmed Knave reads, stow your kit, free your hands. The backwoods tried and true seems your only option now. Success for the catbird seat, but fail and suffer vicious. Regardless, if the character is trait pragmatist, continue with evasion. I don't have a trait pragmatist. I'm not a profiteer. I can't pick up the Herculean Stout. The difficulty would be 12. I do have a make roll left to avoid the wound, or I could dump some accoutrement. Oh, hell, I think we should just dump a few accoutrements. What do you think, 3? Do you think a 9 roll? I'll dump 4. Let me go to my accoutrement here and see what I'm going to use up. Let's start with a smoke grenade. Those never happen, are handy. And I agree with Tasha. Who wants to carry C4? That stuff could go off on you at any time. I've already lost my Colt. A knife. Nobody brings a knife to a gunfight. And one more. I will use a thermite grenade, number 7 as well. So I've lost 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7 total. But I'm now +4 to my roll. 2 dice. Looking for an 8. And I am successful. I did not take the vicious wound. And I started with Rusty. I ended with Rusty, correct? On this? Yeah. And
Yeah.
we're gonna go over to back to our we have successfully gotten our prisoner of war away from the company was detaining him. And
Yay.
let's see. No one wants to listen. As each player must select a bane. Okay, now we have to go back to Saigon, and we go back to Saigon. We get ourselves an encounter. Let me flip a die here, and the card for the encounter in Saigon is a 7. Campaign travel 7 bane. Are there banes? Sure, certainly are. 7 Bane says, add an additional half D8 to your required tally of resolution rolls from the get-go. I see what it is. So you'd have to make at least a 1 resolution roll in order to get off this table. So we're going to make a half D8 encounters of this. Here comes my D8. We're going to make 3 more encounter flips of this in Saigon here as we get up there. Here comes the first one, a queen. A queen of our 3. That's a good point to just put that as threat non. We'll bring it down. A queen inverted. As above, plus each player must roll against investigation to gain a random swaggering. Let's start with that. If more succeed than fail, the party also gains a clue point. We're going to go around the board making investigation rolls. There's no penalty for failure, but if you make the roll, you're going to gain a swaggering. Rusty, investigation roll for you.
I need a 7.
Need a 7. Pick up a swaggering, sir. Mike.
Okay, I have 4 make rolls. I want to get that down to 3.
Okay. And Mike has picked up that's 2 successful out of 5, and Mike has picked up a swaggering. And Tasha.
For a 7 and getting one. Now
And
I
we have
have
made
martyrdom.
we have made and picked up martyrdom. And Tony, you probably are muted.
So there you go. An 8.
And Tony makes an 8.
That is a what roll we're making? Sorry.
An investigation roll, I believe. Yes, investigation.
Investigation. I have failed.
And I will try. I need a 7 on 2 dice to pick up another swaggering, and I picked up another swaggering. Special Forces lawman. I will pick up my diplomatic P. And that would be the first flip of our 3. And what was the actual queen event of that flip? I think that was a as above plus. Go back to my campaign travel. And the queen, it says the demon's plan as a domino is revealed. The demon's plan as a domino is revealed. The ultimate goal might not occur, but those lower numbered engagements, 12 and under, tend to muck things up. If this event is generated along the lake region of Cambodia, it is not. This is news of the world significant to the campaign. If you're gaming with the concept of a Cold War background, maybe increase the severity and shake things up. So we know that this mission is going to effect the peace in the Korean Peninsula. So if we fail our mission, there will be a shooting war in Korea out of this. And it says, shakes things up, most left to the referee. If you need a suggestion on fly, we do not need to know anything else by that, and we don't need to make any rolls from this. Next encounter, Wheel of Fortune. That's somewhat good and bad since we don't have any really instruments. And a 7 for us of our 3. One more after this. A 7, war crimes. These are courts, mostly of public opinion. The demons have committed atrocity, and the group will be blamed. They may have to carry... Gotta carry Anne. I think they may have to carry this adventure in A-team fashion. Stunned by the governments that initially sanctioned the creation of the demon hunting fire teams. So we are continuing without the sanction from the federal government on this thing. If this event generates in the shores of the South China Sea, it does not. Use Q&D plans and prep to elicit help and maybe a clue point. We also picked up a clue point when we made the majority of those other rolls. And the group takes events looking to generate 2die8 successful actions on plans and prep. We're going to try to take 14 actions on plans and prep.
Oh, great.
Game plays as the game plays. It's going to be a long time for us, and we're only looking for the results of success on the dice and anything that would affect the rolls in between. We're not looking for any plans and prep that would actually affect us going forward, except for the negative events like picking up hysteria or other things. I'm over on plan and prep for 14 death mod rolls. That's a lot. Times 3. All right, I got my 15. I'll count down from death mod. I'm going to start with Tony. Tony, plans and prep. We're going to go through 14 cards here. That probably should be edited to 1d8 or half a d8 per party member.
Okay.
Tony, here comes your 8, and it's in Bane, unfortunately.
I love Banes, as Rusty would say. As another drones on about the law, Mike, please stop. Avoid a crossfire. Value of held reserves. Interrupt.
Are you sure that's
Plans. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Bane. My bad. Okay. Lean back, pat yourself on the back. Hey, that's me. And enjoy a proper gloat, creating a rather fine stratagem. Unfortunately, you're alone in that assessment. Fail and character develops a vulnerability facing demons that insult smell. Okay, but he doesn't do smell. If that already he is slain, technically runs off, never to return. Difficulty 6. Advantage paladins, lawmen, or zealous instinctive, which I can have neither of those. But it's a 6. I can make
only
that
a 6. You can make a 6.
16. That's the first time I've rolled a successful roll tonight. Woohoo!
Wow, that is a tough thing. And I'm going to come over to my character here, flipping a card. We got ourselves a 3, and that 3 is going to be a never a bad time for prayer. Call the group to testify. Fail, and next player to act suffers vicious. That would be you, Rusty. Regardless, gain the Fury Pip. We're at +1. Do we have the Catholic Rosary still? No, we don't. 2 dice. Hussein? 2 dice for a 6. Oh, but no. We got the tactics pip. I made my 6. You did not. Now, instrument 23 Catholic Rosary. I do not think we picked that up by me making the advantage here. Let me look at that under the since I haven't really played this game in a little while, and if you make the advantage, these objects are held collectively by the party. Yet in combat, the objective allows the advantage by its presence, not specifically wielding the item. The powers are so. I do believe we picked up the instrument here. So let me grab that and duplicate it. And we now have the Catholic Rosary again. And I will immediately play it. And Tasha, you are healed.
Awesome.
That was my testimonial. Rusty, here comes your card.
I thought that it was me that you got wounded. Next player.
No, Rusty, I made my roll because it's +1. I rolled a 5 +1 is a 6 because of the tactics pip we picked up. This should be just a good opportunity for us to pick up swaggering, I hope. Now, Rusty, you got yourself a 9 on the plans and prep table. It's page 58 if you're playing.
Size up everyone and pointing out their deficiencies. Going to be your way or the highway. Everyone better kiss the ring. Success, and every character gains a random swaggering.
Nice. Thank you, Rusty.
We'll see. Difficulty of 6. Advantage
It's
lawmen's or profiteer.
You need a 5. We got the tactics.
Hey, I've missed.
You need to be are you a lawman or a profiteer?
No.
And Rusty
I'm
is giving
CIA
us a random
observer.
How about if we Mike pick up 16, Tasha pick up 20, Tony pick up 5, I will pick up 1, and Rusty pick up 2. And I will look really quick on my swaggering special forces just so I know. I picked up Battle Cry, eh?
I got diplomatic.
Hey, I'm a diplomat as well, Mike. Welcome to the Corps. And we moved down our coin slot by 1 more. And Mike, lots of gaming left to play here with this. Let's hope we can milk out something to help us later in the game. Here comes your plans and prep, Mike. And it is a 7 Bane.
Describe in first-hand account the atrocities you've witnessed committed by the demon folk. Fail in 1 player character at random. Switch to evasion. Player may even be forced to begin the next battle or action as such. Regardless, remove death mod. If already 0, remove threat number. So we'll need some interpretation on that.
Regardless, remove the def mod. We actually have a def mod that would apply to demons. I'll take that off. Cross that off.
Yay.
And we're not worried about a threat number here, but are you a lawman or a pragmatist? You're a lawman, so you can pick up understands desires on a 5, right?
On a 5, I can pick up understands desires. I do understand desire.
Tasha, here comes your card. How about a magician? A magician says we are going to toggle accoutrement instrument 21. So we have just picked up the bug out. We can call in a helicopter and get us out of here. Actually, it's a marine patrol boat that we would call in. And I'm going to go ahead and flip another card for you, Tasha, and you're going to get a 2. A 2 under plans.
2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2.
Dos. End the jawing. Ponder a sec before making a decision for the whole. Success for tactics pip. Whereas everyone toggles 1 random accoutrement. Difficulty 6, advantage.
Bubblegum.
Bubblegum. I do not have bubblegum, so.
So you
2
do
dice
not have
for
the advantage. 2 dice for 5.
Or would you
And
get the
success for the
pip?
tactics pip. I think a double tactics pip. Let me look at
Double
that.
tactics pip cancels death mod. Can escape the battle or target number -1. So
I'm going to take off the
Uh,
fact that these guys are going to be in a cave at the end of the mission with that double tactics pip. We only get the +1. I go over
And
to
wait. Also, everyone toggles one random accoutrement.
All right, let's go through that. And Rusty, if you have accoutrement 1, you don't have it. If you do have it, you don't have it, you pick it up. So toggle 1. Mike, toggle 5. Tasha, toggle 1. Tony, toggle 8. And I will toggle 15. I lost 15. That is so sad.
Oh man, I lost my M16. What the heck?
His demon must be poisoning our rifle rounds. I lost my frag grenades. That's a good way.
Lost my smoke grenades.
You lost your smoke grenades. That's going to be worthless by the end anyway. All right, we are back on Q&D plans and prep. And who was the last to take that role? Was that Tony, or did I just move to Tony? That was Tasha's role, I believe, correct? All right, Tony, Here comes your card. An 8.
An 8, and it's a Bane, of course. Thank you.
Bane. That's the one Tony got last time. Was the 8 Bane?
Yes. Oh, he's still gloating.
I'm still. Lean back, pat yourself on the back. Again, enjoying a proper gloat. Ha ha ha. Yes, it is a fine stratagem. Failing character development. Deviance and insult smell. Difficulty 6. Advantage. Yeah, okay, I don't have the advantage just because I'm not that. But 6. I can roll a 6. See, a 10. There you go.
Easy peasy. We have 9 more of these to endure. Here comes my card. And we're going to get ourselves a king. A king is going to be consult the field manual on how to get things done proper. Is that sarcasm? Success and cut the initial threat number in half. All right, I'll cut us down from 9 to 4 in this case. Success, do we have the Sergeant Rock comic still? We do. 3 dice for a 7. I can get 3 dice for a 7. Oh, I didn't roll 3 dice. How about 3 dice for a 7? And since we had that, I'm going to cut this in half. We need 4 more of these left. Rusty, here it comes. And Rusty, you got yourself a 7 Bane.
Okay.
Are we waiting on you, Mike, or you want me to get it? Or did we crash?
No, I'm still here.
I'm all by myself. I think we lost Mike.
Describe in first-hand account the atrocities you witnessed committed by demon folk. Fail, and one player character at random will switch to evasion. You may even be forced to begin the next battle or action as such. Regardless, remove death mod. If already 0, reduce threat number. Difficulty 6.
The innocent edition as well.
Okay, difficulty 6, advantage. I'm not a protagonist or a woman. Okay. Understands desires. Okay, got it. All right. I do not have that. So let's see. So I think I can make a 5.
Okay, you make a 5 roll, and so you don't fail, and a random character is forced to evade. Mike, we have 3 cards left. Here comes the 3rd card left. It's a 4.
It's a 4. Okay. Because
Go ahead and read it, Mike, and I'll post it. Somebody's breaking up. Is that you going in and out on this mic, or is that me? Check 1, 2. Did we just Skype? Or?
I hear red.
No, I'm back. I in and out, and I'm not going to be able to. Is it a Bane or not a Bane?
It's a straight up. I put it in the chat for you, Mike.
Okay. Posture, gesture, acknowledge. Fill your briefing with charm. Success and
Yeah, we lost you again, Mike. Ignore shaking and hysteria this battle. Give me 2 dice for a 5, Mike, and you are not an observer and not a profiteer, so you won't pick up man's man. You also may want to just quit Skype and then rejoin, Mike. And Mike, you're now even.
It's not Skype. It's our internet's dropping in and out.
Ah, okay. And I'm going to go over to Tasha with 2 cards left that we got to take. Tasha, I'm going to pick you up a 6 of coins. And a 6 of coins, I'll go ahead and grab that and post it.
Okay.
And there it is with a repartee P.
Break the tension, sharing some brewskis and stories of dating conquests. Try not to forget what you're fighting for. Fail and test hysteria. Regardless, everyone toggle 1 accoutrement. Difficulty 6.
Fine.
The advantage observers or profiteers, which I don't have. So,
6 becomes a 5. A 5 to avoid hysteria. Probably over the fact that we're sharing dating stories in front of you. Your virgin ears are burning. And you easily made it. But let's toggle accoutrement. Rusty, the accoutrement that you will toggle is 6. Mike, the accoutrement that you will toggle is 9. Tasha, how about an 18 for you? Tony, how about a 15? And back at me.
You people took my cigarettes.
Can I? Oh, you lost your cigarette. You was chain smoking. You're selling me. And
Who left this perfectly good bazooka lying around in the woods?
Oh, man.
I picked up my 6 again. That's probably some sort of grenade. I think it's thermite. And we only have
6 K-bar.
6 is
Oh,
the
6
knife.
is my K-bar. Who brings a knife to the gunfight? I guess I found mine again. Tony, the last flip of the game, or I should say last flip of this table, is going to be a 3.
There you go. Finally, not a Bane. Thank you. I appreciate that. Enter immaculate babe, smartly dressed, boots polished, and face pitch shaved. Yes, face and or pitch shaved. All right, cologne perfume.
That's why you were patting yourself on the back, being clean.
Absolutely. Few have seen you with combed hair and brush teeth. Success in every character gains Fury Pip. So useful right now.
Yes, it's too little, too late, unfortunately.
And I'm not a paladin. I'm not a lawman's elite, so it does not matter. So.
It's a 5, but it would not matter.
Nobody gets it. Sorry.
You're basically saying no. You will not come here clean and dressed. You will not shave off your scrubble. You will not stop smoking in front of us, and you certainly are not going to brush your teeth. And we will move down to the next. We are in Saigon. Let me get back to the mission here. Boy, that was a long interlude. And we finally got ourselves through Saigon and what happens there. All right, we're going to have a tribulation with a card flip check of tribulation for the scapegoat. I'm going to give this one to Tony because it looks like the tribulations actually can affect the other players in the game. Here comes your tribulation flip, Tony, and it's going to be a 6 of rods. And if I get to it before you find it on page 149, it's going to be protect. And there it is.
Sorry, you flipped a 6 of rods. Okay. Tribulation, protect yourself from ambush and vitriol.
Yes.
Secrecy to keep from adding more doubts.
All right, that'd be 2 people with doubt on you, Mike, if he fails the secrecy roll. Secrecy for a profiteer is tasking.
Everything's tasking.
It's a 9 for you, right?
No, I've gone down. Oh, it is. It's still a 9. You're right. Yes. Okay, so 2 dice of a 9.
It is or 9.
Hey, I don't doubt
Mike does not doubt Mike. I should say Tony does not doubt Mike yet. And back to my flow of the scenario. And we got ourselves all the way down to now. Interlude. Okay, there's a sighting with Boris Ivan. Task rolls, investigation, then secrecy. Who makes the attempts? Rusty, would you like to make an investigation or secrecy roll for us? I bet the secrecy is one you can make,
secrecy is only difficult for me.
Okay, so now if you fail, it's shaken, but we need to make both of these.
Made it.
You made it. And Mike, would you like to try an investigation roll or not?
I will try an investigation roll. We still have a tactics pip, right?
No, that's all goes away after the last battle, after the last table.
Do we have a pragmatist in the party? Because a pragmatist would be the best roll.
We don't have a pragmatist in the party.
I can roll a 9.
Mike can roll a 9.
He
doesn't care if he's shaken. Mike, you're shaken. All right, I think we're going to burn the comic book, Mike, and cancel your shaken.
Okay.
And Tasha, can you make an investigation roll?
Tasking. It's a 7.
Yes.
I'll try.
Okay.
I can.
You can easily. And those are the 2 rolls we need to make. So we're not going to deal with Ivan at the well. We did not actually kill him in the last battle. That's strange. Of course, the monster we thought can impersonate other people. It's a keep rolling until we make both rolls. We made both rolls. We're going to now take an encounter on the train moving through the rail corridors. Let me flip a card. A 10. A 10 in the rail corridor. That should be a good card, you would think, if we're moving through campaign events, right? 10s are usually good during movement. How about choice to gain a clue point of a group? Each player gains the swaggering of his choice or locks something as glorious. Mike, oh no, I'm sorry, Tony. Tony, you're the person who's actually up to make the decision on the die. Would you like for us to gain a clue point? We already have 2. And or would you like to all have 1 swaggering or lock something as glorious? Which would you like?
I think we need to have another clue point.
No. Okay.
I like the clue points. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good decision. And it's inverted in the card. So as above, plus any one previously generated travel restriction like lockdown or ROE is finished for now. No, there was nothing really that we had generated previously, so that's not going to be a big thing. So let me go back to the introduction here. And let me go back to the mission flow. And the rail corridor has passed without incidents. Interlude, try to arrange air transport over to Da Nang. I need a command, action, persuasion, and secrecy rolls. Any fails, lose swaggering. And keep rolling till all rolls are made. Let me post those 3 rolls. And Rusty, which of those 3 rolls can you make? I think we're back to secrecy.
Secrecy.
Give me that roll.
Made
Easily. Mike, persuasion or command?
Persuasion or command? I will do the persuasion. That is a difficult, and a difficult for me is a 7.
2 dice.
I can't make it.
What is the failure for this?
Plus I'm shaking anyway.
Yeah, you're shaking anyway.
Oh no, I'm not, because
I thought we burned something. Yeah, no, we burned the Sergeant Rock comic for that. Tony had to use his Sergeant Rock comic. Keep trying to. You can always go by truck, but this will cost you an extra encounter in the Central Highlands. Fails. Let me see what fails. Fails and lose swaggering. Mike, lose the swaggering, please. Tasha, would you like to try the command or the persuasion? I get persuasion is difficult if it comes all around to me, but
well, command is difficult for me, so I'll try.
Well, that would be a good thing to do. That. And very good. And Tony, you can either pass to me and I have a difficult roll, or you can try your roll at tasking.
I'll pass to you.
Okay. I need to make a difficult roll on 2 dice, and that's only a 5. Do I have the Fury Piff? Do I have the Groovy Love Beads? No, we don't have enough instruments here. I have failed. I'm going to lose swaggering. I'm going to lose my diplomacy. It just seems like the right thing to do at this moment, especially when the U.S. is no longer supporting our mission. And I go back around to Rusty. Rusty, can you make a roll of what I say? What I say, Mike?
It'd be tasking for me because it's not secrecy.
It's persuasion. Yeah. If so, persuasion.
No,
you want to pass to Mike?
I can fail.
Give Mike a second chance to roll difficult.
Okay.
No. I pass the roll to Mike.
All right, I'll pass the roll.
And Mike, what level? How many make rolls do you have left?
I have 3 make rolls left, so my difficulty is a 7.
Give me a 7 or pass it to me.
12.
And he finally makes it. Second time's a charm. And we are on the. We're going to the Central Highlands. And we're going to take 1 card of encounters in the Central Highlands. Hanged Man. Major Tarot, Travel, Hanged Man. Hanged Man, I think these are all about the same. Hanged Man, it says, any character with swaggering K may attempt difficult roll to lock the technique as glorious. I do not have a K. Does anyone have a K in the party?
K. Nope.
Okay.
No Ks. Okay. And here comes our card of travel. The Fool. And it says a toggle instrument 40. We lost our love beads. Who threw them out? Come on. Did they really offend anyone that much that you would throw out our love beads? I tell you, you people are just disrespectful of the culture. And here comes our next card, a hermit. Rains it pours, as I said. I wonder if statistically 3 major tarots in a row, we flipped enough cards to justify that happening twice in one evening. Toggle instrument 29. We will pick up Jolly Green Giant. That's a Mystic Heal. That's an air medevac. And here comes the next card. A 4. We finally got one that's actually a card. A 5. Traveling in the Highlands. And it says, inverted, as above, but find a threat number based on the threat number factors presented in the combat section. These tend to be harder. The world has many faiths and political movements. The 1960s were a mess of colonial collapse and empowerment failures. There was a coup in the South Vietnam. And we need to use Q&D Firefight to defeat the enemies of a half D8 threat. We'll probably just take it as a 2. So let's firefight for a 2 threat. I got it listed, and here it is. Well, we no longer have a def mod, and I am going to start with Mike. You're up. Mike, firefight. Here comes your 6. Gosh, 6s. Oh,
Firefight.
Oh, grown at that.
Is that about 45-ish? Hey, a 6 is going to be not a bane. Space. Forget your training, lash out feebly at mirages as you calm a rising panic and get yourself back steely. Blame enemy mind control. Success for the tactics pip. Alternatively, upon success, move to melee, but fail and lose swaggering if none suffer vicious. Regardless, gain instrument 36, red legs. We gained 36 red legs. If already in the party, expend immediately to win this battle, except during climax against the adventure's main demon. Action fluke, instrument 33, Leary Pharmacology, which we don't have.
Do not have.
Reduced the threat number. Difficulty 9, advantage pragmatist's chiasmic actions.
We do have, we picked up red legs, which is artillery support. We can call it from the Marine Corps. But let's see if you can make that roll, Mike.
I can roll a 9. I can roll a 9.
You rolled a 9, so we don't have, we have the tactics pip, a +1, and you did not fail and lose swaggering. I go over to Tasha. We still have a threat number of 2, but now we picked up the Fury, I should say, the tactics pip. And Tasha, your card on firefight is a 10.
10 bane. 10
bane.
8.
I got these, Mike.
Eliminates with extreme prejudice an enemy who thinks he has the drop on a buddy. Finally. No need to scold the ally of his blunder. Fail the next player to act takes action on overwhelm. Jeopardy fluke facing demon, Asian dragon, or sorcerer's minions. Difficulty 8. Advantage accoutrement 17. Silencer. I do not have a silencer. A flamethrower is a silencer of a kind, but not.
Well, you'd have another weapon with a silencer on it, like your Colt. But let's see if you can make an 8. These are not supernatural threats, so we don't worry about the Jeopardy fluke here. You made that 8, so you didn't fail, and next player would be overwhelmed. So Tony avoided an overwhelm, but we haven't reduced the threat down from 2. Tony, you're in firefight, and you got yourself a Bane ace. It's just not getting any easier here, is it, for us?
Hey. Introduce them to modern mechanized warfare. The enemy doesn't seem to entirely ready for your full arsenal. Fail and lose swaggering. If none, suffer vicious. Regardless, gain catbird seed. Jeopardy, fluke facing demon or sorcerer's minions, known to insult touch. I assume we are not. We're not facing them.
We don't know what the enemy. All we know is that the enemy doesn't insult smell. So. Or was it smell? No, I'm sorry, it was hearing. Yeah, sound. M60 machine gun, Tony.
M60 machine gun? No, I do not have that. So, what is it? It's an 8. 2 dice of an 8. I have succeeded. Does that mean
I carry all the accoutrement. I just keep it in the back of the Jeep we're in. And let's see.
I grab you pick it up?
We have the catbird seat. If it should come around to you again, that's +3. And accoutrement of machine gun, no, you do not pick that up with the roll. Okay. And we're we're going to go over to my roll, and we're still at a threat of 2. Here comes my card flip on Firefight. It's a knave. Gosh, I'm seeing a lot of knaves in this game, but who knows? Maybe we just remember the knaves. Another miss. What gives? Everything could be distorted, or your weapon sights have become bent. That's likely. It's Mike. He bends their weapon sights, doesn't he? Or these foes only bested by archaic weaponry. Are these foes only bested by archaic weaponry? Sounds like that Batman series. Fail and forced to evasion. Regardless, lose accoutrement. If none, suffer. Oh, I'm going to lose that. I've picked up my knife, but I'm going to lose it again. 6. I lost my K-bar. And Jeopardy fluke? No, not against these. Oh, we don't have the crossbow anymore. Who used that crossbow, Mike? Give me 2 dice for a 9. Do we got a tactics pip? Do we got a fury pip? Do we have anything?
We have a tactics.
Tactics pip of 1. Do I fail? I did fail. And fail means what? Fail any, flare, any pragmatist or profiteer. That would be you. You're running with me. And fail, it's test hysteria. I'm going to go up to the hysteria table. I have 15, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got 17.
You're going to be hysterical.
I got 17. It's nearly impossible roll for me. And I only have 1 make roll to stop it. But rather than risk a lot of, I have 3 swaggering I possibly lose. Does anyone want to try to make a secrecy roll? No, I'm sorry, an investigation roll to mitigate me with a calming force.
Rusty has the best odds on that.
On the secrecy? Yeah, I'll do it.
I know it's not secrecy. I'm not an impossible. I'm a nearly impossible. It's an investigation roll.
Oh,
that would be tasking.
Yeah, we don't have a pragmatist.
We don't have a pragmatist. I'll go ahead and try it anyway. I need to get a 7 on that.
You got a tactics. You only need an 8.
Oh, I only need a
sort of
6.
separate, Mike. Okay, as a separate. I can see where you want to apply that, and I might be sympathetic, but I think this is separate outside of the battle. Rusty has joined me in being hysterical. Does anyone want to try the investigation roll, Tasha? Looking for a 7 to save Rusty and I.
Yeah, I'll go.
You don't have to. I mean, we could have the whole party.
But as a paladin, it's kind of like my thing.
Okay, I agree. Well, as a paladin, your thing is killing demons. Oh, and Tasha has saved us at the last minute. I go to
Tasha.
As a paladin, it's according to I sacrifice myself for
I
others.
think you should check the ignoble for that self-sacrifice. Here comes your card, Rusty. Mine was the knave. Yours is the 9.
9. Here we go. Cut that.
Keep the enemy off his game and pin. The success for the tactics pip. Alternatively, upon success, move to melee, but fail in shaken. Regardless, gain instrument 32, the bug spray. If already in the party, expended to immediately win the battle, except during the climax against the adventure, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Difficulty 9, advantage, accoutrement 19, sniper scope. And I do have accoutrement 19, sniper scope.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay. Let's see, inverted bane, react as someone's friend.
That's the next result.
Oh, I'm Sabine. Okay. All right. So I'm looking for 3 dice for a 8, right?
3 dice for and 8, correct. You don't want to be shaken. Success for the tactics pip.
So double tactics is cancel death mod, escape, or target number -1.
And let's go target number down 1. Mike, here comes your card. Could be for the win. The tower. The tower. We haven't seen a tower, though, so that probably is going to be good. A tower inverted is going to be a toggle. Which are we toggling? It says toggle instrument 35. Oh, it's the peaceniks.
That means we get it.
Yes. And we go on to Mike's actual card. It is a 2 of cups.
Yeah, but it's a bane. I love banes.
Yeah, we'll take the
inverted bane
campaign from the peaceniks. And Mike, did you get your 2 of Bane?
Yeah, calm the panic of a squad mate, Rusty, by describing the first time you saw an elephant. Buck up and thunderstrike. Fail and call the panic of a squad mate Tasha, because fail and next player to act tests hysteria. Regardless, remove any def mod.
And no jeopardy because we're not facing sorceress minions or that monster. A M20 Super Bazooka, Mike, do you have that?
Hey, I just picked that up a minute ago when we had to toggle a random accoutrement. I just found one on the ground.
You
so
took my Super Bazooka. No, you got to be equipped. You got to keep the Jeep full of these things. You just can't walk around without this. Wow, that's a good roll, Mike. 22. Woo. Okay. You did not fail, so nobody's going to test hysteria, but we still got 1 threat left. Tasha, here comes your card on Firefight. It is a 4.
For Bane.
It's a 4. For Bane. Do it all for Bane.
Yeah, you might got it.
With flashbacks of your maniacal trainer, ready, aim, fire, yet extremely close to an ally as you, fail, and next player to act becomes shaken. Regardless, reduce threat number by 1. We're not in jeopardy. Fluke. Difficulty 9. Manage pragmatist incendiaries, which I don't have.
But regardless reduces the threat number to 1, correct?
This is true.
Or reduces the threat number from 1 to 0?
By 1, so that would take 1 to 0.
I'm gonna screw you here, Tasha, because on prior combat we ruled that the regardless ended the battle and Tony didn't get to roll and he didn't get to go for the swaggering technique.
Yes, regardless reduces the battle. I think that's it, Mike. We are over. Thank you, Mike. And we're going to go back to our scenario, and we have finally made it to the Mekong in country. I mean, we finally went to the Central Highlands and Da Nang in country. I haven't. Oh, somebody moved it for me. Very good. Okay, and let's go back to the situation, and it says air transport. You have to arrange air transport. Did we make those rolls? We did make range sure. It's encounter contingency on the road to Da Nang. Interlude. It's a mission brief with Agent John Wyant. He is ordering various items from the Sears catalog to be offered as bribes to the locals for information. He's eating a bacon sandwich as he talks. Let's see. Take prisoner to Techpani, Laos. Is that somewhere around here? Make the swap and return for a debrief at the CIA covert base on the USS Implicit. It's a minesweeper in port near Chu Lai. All right, so we are going to head to Laos, and wow, we may make it all the way up to North Vietnam. Now you know Agent Wyant from past dealings. He's half-assed about finishing job, but loyal to the anti-demon cause. We also got word that there's a couple of Chinthi. Those are those lion lizards. Anyway, one was slain by artillery fire, and the other escaped by wounds. Okay, off we go. We're going to head to Laos. What happens in Laos? Same thing has been happening in all the other places. We're going to go ahead and flip encounters for campaign. And back to campaign challenges. And where is my... There it is. And I got a knight, and it's inverted. As above, each player may roll against occult reasoning to gain a swaggering. How about that? Occult reasoning. We'll go around the table. Rusty, occult reasoning roll for you. We're going to be tasking, right?
Tasking, right?
2 dice, please. Yours is a 7, correct?
I failed.
And Mike.
What are you rolling for?
2 dice for a swaggering. Tasking roll for swaggering.
Tasking roll for a swaggering? I can roll a 9. Can I do that to lock something as glorious?
You can, but if you miss it, you'll lose it, and I'll make you.
I made the roll.
And I'll make you roll again.
Okay. I'm still looking for a 7, and I'm trying to lock my O.
Okay.
There's my 7.
Okay, very good, Tasha. An occult reasoning roll for you is tasking. 2 dice for a 7.
Sure it is.
And Tony, pick up a swaggering. And Tony.
Yeah, I will try to pick up Herculean Stout. And I will fail to pick up Herculean Stout.
And I got one. And let me look at my swaggering force lawmen, and I would probably pick up Willful R. I'm starting to get militant, more and more militant with my character, especially after I lost my diplomatic. Willful R. And what is the actual encounter? Going back to that section of my rule book here, and I have campaign travel. I have a knight. And that knight tells me that there's a general emergency. The party is drawn into a fight. Oh, we've done this before. A fight Q&A melee to the first dispatch. If this result happens again, then increase the threat number. It has happened again, so we got 2. You can also add a def mod. We'll just take the 2. How about if we go over to squad combat? We fight a threat of 2 with melee. Sounds easy enough. And I left off at Tony. It's going to come over to me. I'm going to flip a card for me, and I'm a melee. A moon. The moon above. It says toggle accoutrement 17. If this event takes in Saigon, we are not in Saigon. But 17, I lost my 17. Does anyone have that open? What is 17?
Silencer.
Oh. I'm always getting dirt in that thing. Okay, here comes my actual card flip. The devil. And the devil says, toggle accoutrement 14. What is that one, guys?
That would be your M9A1 flamethrower.
M1A9. What is the actual thing?
Flamethrower.
M9A1.
I lost my flamethrower. Tasha, you know, I think you may be the only flamethrower in a group. Is there any other flamethrowers in our group?
I don't have a flamethrower.
There you have it. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups on melee. That's got to be a good card. You would hope, right? And as I read it out, Mike can post it at your leisure. Engage with heat, the hot stuff, true flame. Guess what I think I'm going to need? My A1. All right. Success to reduce the threat number of human minions by half, or by half a D8, or drop a single point against demonic threats. Regardless, you or someone loses the M34 white phosphorus. Oh, that's that type of heat. I do not. Do I have my 11? Yes, I have 11, so now I've lost my 11. Gosh, I got almost nothing left. A paladin or lawman zealot willful. I just picked that up with an R. It's a 10 on 3 dice to drop the threat number. 3 dice, and I've made my 10. We got a threat of 1. Rusty. Here comes your melee. Temperance. You see it before me? Call it out. Temperance, it says toggle accoutrement 13, Rusty. If this takes place in the Laos trails, it does. The scapegoat character is faulted rightly or wrongly with the blunder. The selecting player's character.
I lost my M7 grenade.
You lost your grenades because Mike has been grabbing them from your pack rather than his own pack.
I happen to have an M7 grenade, and I don't know where it came from.
Your doubt, your immunity to doubt has now been restored, Rusty. You don't have doubt yet, but you could get doubt again from that. Give me a card flip here. It's justice. Oh, it rains, it pours. The justice card says you're going to toggle number 8, Rusty,
which is the M16.
Right.
You got your M16 back.
No, I lost it because I got it back before.
So you lost it, you got it back, and you lost it again. If the CIA guy just can't hold on his weapon. If the party does not know all the aspects of the demon they face, which senses it's going to insult, the selecting player's character is accused of duplicity, and Rusty now has become the scapegoat. Welcome to Mike's room, Rusty. And a queen for your actual card on melee, Rusty.
I'm ready to get out now. Queen?
Tasha, you maintain your doubt, whether it's Mike, and now it's Rusty. And Tony, you maintain your doubt, whether it's Mike or Rusty. And it's Mike and I who don't doubt the group yet. And it's a melee queen, Rusty. Did you want me to post that, Mike, or did you got it?
Somebody needs to.
Got it.
Okay, crack open the enemy's skull using your bare hands. Someone will recall you. I also bashed with your rifle butt. I don't have a rifle anymore. Success to reduce the threat.
It's your AK-47, you said.
Yeah, I do have that. Yeah, but I lost it. Let's see. But fail and continue overwhelmed. Regardless, gain instrument 30. Okay.
We don't
Katana.
already have it. I just added that token.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Okay.
It doesn't
It's
say toggle
already
anyway.
in the
It says
party,
add.
expended to
Yeah, but
immediately
there's a
to win
regardless.
battle.
If we already had it, it would be an auto win. But we didn't already have it. I just added it.
Got it. Thank you, Mike.
Okay. Okay, so difficulty 10, advantage zealot or pragmatist, uncivilized, and I don't have either of those. So let's see. So I'm looking for a 10. Do we have a tactics bit? Yes, we
Yes.
do, right?
I don't think so. Who got that?
Didn't we get a double tactics bit?
I thought
was
that was
that-
in a different battle, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the last battle.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, there's only been 2 rolls on this. I roll once, and then now it's up to you, Rusty, and I didn't get no tactics bib. A 9. A 9. I think you missed it by 1, right?
So-
Yes, I did.
Rusty's overwhelmed.
You did. You're going to be overwhelmed if it would come back around to you. Mike, here comes your card. And it is the 4 of swords.
I can take the 4. Melee 4. Oops, one click too far. Melee 4. Oh, that'll be fun. But, I get an opportunity for a swaggering technique. Accidentally blunder into another combatant, Rusty, as you try and trip up your foe. Success to reduce threat number by 1, but fail and shaken. Regardless, you or someone else loses accoutrement M9 Super Bazooka. I guess I lost that Super Bazooka that I picked up.
You fired
I
it
thought
probably
I
right
thought it
here.
was a one-shot. I didn't realize I had another shell. Difficulty 10, advantage Paladin or Lawman's Fastidious Arms S. I do not have S, but I can pick it up on a 10. I'll pick that up on a 10.
Whoa, nice roll, Mike.
And that
And,
reduces the threat number by
And that
1.
eliminates the melee threat. Before we even got to Rusty, that was super easy. All right, so I'm going to go back down to my mission flow. And we have the prisoner exchange, right? Let's see, interlude. We already did that interlude. Arranged transport, mission, and John Wyatt. And we got the Laos Trails. Okay, yes. Now we have one more interlude with Ivan Boris. He can be seen far back riding on horseback with his troops. Ambush in the trails. He chased the party into his trap. Firefight only. Move results as pinned. Threat number half the party size, that's 2. Else use swagger versus swagger with players selecting from what they have. We're going to try that. I'm going to go up to my swagger v swagger rules, and I'm going to have Boris select 2 swaggering in order, and we're going to have to beat them as a party. So everyone, if you would, please pick a swaggering. I'll either trust you on the honor system or you can post it in the chat, and then I'm going to roll for what Ivan is going to do. Does everyone see the table on page 71, in case you're interested, or I'll just read it off to you? You got one, Rusty?
Yeah, I'm going to use Masterful Defense.
And Mike, which one are you using?
I will use O, Understands Desire, which is my glorious.
And Tasha, which swaggering are you going to use?
I will use M, religiously inspired.
Terrific. And Tony, which one?
I'll use N, Killer Instinct.
And I'll use A, Battle Cry. And let's go right around the table now. What does he do? He goes black spot here, and he does, didn't show up. Here it is, an 8. An 8 is going to be, I don't have a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's H, right?
H.
H. He has bested me. Does mine best him? Yes, and mine, does it? H, no, mine does nothing. I lost my battle cry. I cross it off. Rusty, you did which one again?
I did D, Masterful Defense.
B or D?
D
is a
D,
dog.
Delta.
Dog.
Yes.
You have defeated him, which is nice. Did he defeat you? H and against D? No. So Rusty actually defeated Ivan, but Mike, which swaggering did you do?
I did O.
Oh. And Mike has done an O versus an H. I don't think you. Nope, Mike, you did not beat him. Did he beat you? An H versus an O? Yes, Mike. He took your O away from you.
Mine is glorious, so.
And you don't lose it. And Tasha, it's always good to have one. Good playing, Mike. And
I
which
use,
one?
M.
M as in Mary. And M, does M beat H? It does not, but does H beat M? H does not beat M, so that was a push. And Tony.
I went with N.
N is in Nancy, and N does not beat H, and does H beat N? No, it doesn't. That's a push. So, Rusty, you defeated his first swaggering, but I lost my swaggering to him. One more time, we have to do this before I roll. Rusty, which swaggering did you want to use? You can repeat.
I'll try Masterful Defense again.
Okay, and Mike.
I'll stick with my glorious O.
Why not? And Tasha.
I will stick with M.
M. And Tony.
I'll go irregular E.
Regular E, and I will try Elite Goals, which is a C, I believe. Or is it an L? My handwriting's so terrible.
Elite Goals
is that an L? An L for a lawman?
Yeah.
And here comes what he does. And he does a 20. He's going to do Swagger T. So let's take a look first. My L versus his Swaggering of T. His Swaggering of T beats my L. I'm going to lose it. And what about him against me? And
I think the Swagger L against a T's a push.
I'm reading
Unless I'm reading the table backwards. You do an L. He's a T.
Yeah, he's a T. He got an X, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong. I don't know why I'm looking at his eye.
You're humiliating me is what you're doing. I read my table and said I'm going to lose it. It's an L and an L. I defeated him, but I lost my thing doing it. And I go over to Rusty. Which one did you do? Did you do Rusty? Delta. Delta again is a push, so you still keep your Delta. Mike's is glorious, so we don't have to worry about that. What was it again, Mike?
I'm an O, and against an L, that means I beat him, and then he beats me, but I don't lose it.
You don't lose it. And Tasha?
I will go with H.
You went with H?
I'm sorry. I'm with M. I'm sorry, M.
M. You went with M, and T against M is. I think he got you this time. Yep, you lost your swaggering. And Tony, which one did you pick?
Mine was the E, irregular, and it's a push.
It's a push. Then nothing lost there. But that was that encounter against Ivan, swagger versus swaggering. Let me go to my mission flow again. Ivan is still pursuing us. Why is Ivan pursuing us? And we've gone through the louse, and now we are going to make it up to a difficult roll to everyone gain back swaggering. We need that. And a difficult roll for me is a 5. 2 dice of 5. A 7. I'm going to pick up my my lost battle cry again. And Rusty, roll me a difficult roll, please.
Made it.
Pick up a swaggering. And Mike.
Okay.
I failed.
Mike
failed. And Tasha?
Tasha.
And Tony.
Still religiously inspired.
And Tony is successful in his role. I believe you're probably at a 0-1 on your.
No, I'm actually still at a 3. So
still at 3. A difficult roll. You still made it though.
Does that mean I pick something up, or I just don't lose?
Yes, you picked up a swaggering. So go ahead and add one to your repertoire, please, for us.
Okay, I will pick KO Punch.
Now we go to an encounter. Finally, we get all the way up to the heart of Hanoi in the north. And at that point, when we get to Hanoi, we have to take a detour. And the detour is going to require the final rolls. Oh, it's 4 out of the 5. We have to make 4 out of these 5s. We'll go back to our regulars. Rusty, it's each of the rolls. You want to try your secrecy for us?
Yes.
Go ahead and try it. Difficult roll. Rusty's got the secrecy. Only need 4 out of 5. Mike, you want to try your investigation or no? Which one is the one yours? Command. No, persuasion. Sorry, Mike. Try your persuasion roll, Mike.
I'll try persuasion. Persuasion for me is difficult, so I'm looking for a 7. 8.
And that's 2 out of 4. And Tasha, you get the one that was
command.
Command. Very good.
There you go.
Our paladin one is command. And Tony, your last one is the which is your better one? A tasking, no matter what you want. It's going to be a tasking for me or a tasking for you. Now, your tasking is a 9. My tasking is a 7. You want to pass to me?
Oh, sorry, it's muted. Yes, I would like to pass to you.
All right, let me see if I can make a 7 here. And I made my 7, so we got our 4 out of 5. And what does that give us? 4 to 5, we gain a clue point. We're up to 4. We can almost totally identify the demon now. No soak-offs yet. And when we finally take the professor up to the north, the prisoner is exchanged, and we receive a golden coffer, heavy, about 80 pounds. The big die moved to me, which means I pass to Rusty. Rusty, you have to make a decision. Do we open the gold coffer that's very heavy or not? Gold is a dense metal. Hunt? Oh, Pirate's Hunch. No, I don't think there's any pirate. You can use a clue point if you want.
No, we'll open it.
Oh, we open it. Okay. Inside the metallic sphere, inside the golden coffer, it seems like there's a metallic sphere. It seems to be attached with a number of bricks of C4, and there's writing in Cantonese on the sides, and it describes the activation of something referred to as... And now we got to make some rolls. We need occult reasoning and investigation, either by each player for swaggering. Majority success for wound. So, Rusty, make an occult reasoning and make investigation. If you make either of them, you pick up swaggering.
Let's see.
Let's start with the
investigation or persuasion. Well, they're all... I'm not going to do the persuasion. I can do...
No, I'm saying occult reasoning or investigation. Try both rolls, even if they're near impossible.
Okay, so I'll do investigation. Let's see. I just need a 7. That failed. And occult, you say I get to do all 3?
No. 2. Occult reasoning or investigation. 2 rolls.
Okay, I'll do occult. And not when I made it.
Okay, pick up a swaggering for that, and I go over to Mike. Mike, you need to make your rolls of occult reasoning and investigation.
Both of these are taskings. My taskings are 9s. I'll try the occult investigation first. A 14, that's a success, and then my investigation is a 3, which is a fail, but making 1 gets me a swaggering technique?
That is correct. And
Can
Tasha,
I use it to lock something as glorious?
You again. I'll let you try to remake the rolls, Mike. But you got to announce that, because if you don't, you'll lose it.
Okay. Well, then, since I didn't announce ahead of time, I'll just take another one, and we'll keep the game moving along.
Sounds good. Tasha, what would you like to do? Make your investigation and occult reasoning rolls, please.
Yes. Tasking for both.
7s and 7s. Miss and make. Pick up a swaggering. Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am a 9 for tasking roll. 10 successful and an 8 to fail.
Okay, so you have picked up a swaggering, and me, I'm a tasking and tasking. 2 rolls of 7 from me, and I made my roll, and I made my roll. I pick up a swaggering, and I properly identify the puzzle. That's how you do it, folks. And I'm gonna pick up. I already got my battle cry back. I will pick up my elite goals again. And that will be L. Keep making my L's like C's. I need to stop doing that and draw straighter. And here we have, what is this thing? It says in Cantonese, okay. Interlude, we deliver the prisoner and receive the golden coffer, heavy, about 80 pounds. Inside is a metallic sphere, some attached bricks of C4. Writing in Cantonese on the side describes the activation of something referred to as the micro-nuke. This is a plot point that needs to be actually assigned to somebody in the party. Rusty, do you want the scapegoat to take the micro-nuke, as in you, or did you want the scapegoat to say, no, you shouldn't carry it because nobody trusts you with it?
I am the scapegoat.
That's what I mean. Did you want to say, I'll take it, I'm the scapegoat, I'll prove to you I'm not the bad guy? Or did you want to say, because I'm the scapegoat, I'm not going to carry it, I would just screw it up?
No, I'll carry a nuke.
Rusty's going to carry the golden coffer of about 80 pounds. Mike, do you have a problem with the scapegoat carrying the golden coffer?
Nah. When things go wrong, we'll blame him anyway.
Okay, and Tasha.
If things go wrong with that, we'll never know.
I don't have doubt. So.
Was that a
well,
yay or nay?
I'm going to say no.
Okay,
I
so
do
we got a
have
yes
doubt.
and we got a no. Tony, yes or no that Rusty the scapegoat will carry the golden coffer?
I'll say yes. I'm okay with
That's
that.
yes. And from me, I will say yes. So why not? Rusty can carry the golden coffer. I certainly have enough gear that I'm already carrying, and there's little room in the back of my Jeep. Now, when Tru Yong Chin sees what the object is that we're carrying, he yells back at us and says, he seems quite alarmed, and he says, by all that is holy, I'll avoid doing some sort of bad accent here for propriety reasons. By all that is holy, I am a follower of Cotton Mather. He makes a modified sign of the cross showing at least one party member that he is a Rosicrucian and from an offshoot order of demon hunters. Maybe roll occult reasoning to know. Give me the first occult reasoning roll. Rusty, make an occult reasoning roll of a tasking roll, please.
Made it.
Rusty knows the man and is a fellow person. Mike, occult reasoning, please.
Occult reasoning for me is a tasking, which is a 9. 13.
And Tasha, you know that this guy can be trusted.
Yeah.
And Tasha knows he can be trusted. And Tony. Tony knows he can be trusted. And how about we make it everyone? Yes, we all know he can be trusted. Let's add our first soak off. And he says, I swear I'm no threat. I also think I can help. Take me with you. His new captors are not interested in letting him leave without a firefight. So do you want to rescue him and bring him along as a soak off, or do you want to just let him stay with the North Vietnamese authorities? Rusty, you're the scapegoat, and you were the first to make the roll. Do you start this firefight or not?
What's the threat and death mod?
A practical man to the end. How about if we do a firefight, and it would be just to the 1. It's just a threat of 1.
We'll do it.
Okay, Rusty says, I'm gonna take that threat out. Here comes your firefight card, Rusty. It's a world. Excuse me. And he laughs because he hates the majors. No, the majors can be toggle things. A major world. Let's see if we picked up anything that we might want. Toggle instrument 39. Hey, guess what came back into our possession? Say it with me.
The Sergeant Rock
comic.
Yeah, but it's the issue before the one that we just lost. So we already know where this story goes.
And well, I mean that's true, but it seems to have some sort of holy aspect, is what we determine. And it does, though, say if we're on the shores of the South China Sea, the scapegoat character is rightly or wrongly faulted, but we are not there. Here comes your card on firefight. How about we do a Hierophant first, Rusty? More majors. And the Pope card says toggle accoutrement 5. Rusty, a 5. What is that?
Colt 45 pistol.
Colt 45, Rusty. If you set your Colt 45 aside, why would you do that?
Well, no, I never had it.
You just picked up mine, I guess, from someplace. And here comes your queen finally under firefight.
Queen firefight.
I'm gonna beat Rusty. I'm gonna beat you, Mike. Oh,
scatter them with opportunity fire. Exhaust their will. Success to reduce threat number. Alternatively, upon success, move to melee. Regardless, you or someone else loses accoutrement 10, the M2-3 grenade, and I have the grenade launcher.
Yeah, you lost your grenade launcher. This is how you're winning this battle, Rusty. You're firing on your grenades.
That was my alternative to the rifle.
Well, that has a butt on it. So anytime it was reading, you hit somebody with a butt of your rifle, it was that rifle. You are firing grenades all around the compound to make a disturbance here.
Okay, so let's see. Fluke facing demon, not okay.
And we do not have a Chimera. And we do not have the
Okay.
source minions. But do you have a
So
Thompson submachine gun?
difficulty. No, I do not. So I am difficulty 9, advantage Cooperman 20. I don't have that, so I need to do a 9 here to
Nice.
win this battle. Nope.
Oh, Rusty has just wasted all of his grenades around the compound. Mike, you have to be the hero here. Here comes your firefight card.
Okay.
Death.
Let's toggle a thing.
Death. How about Mike? You toggle 12.
Toggle 12? I didn't have 12. Where did this M16 machine gun come from?
That's Rusty's. Oh, is it an M60 machine gun 12?
Yeah.
Oh, keeps moving around the party, I guess. 10 of Cups Bane, Mike.
10 Bane. 10 inverted Bane. Whoops. That's way more than I wanted to capture. Let's try that. 10 inverted Bane firefight. Eliminate with extreme prejudice an enemy who thinks he has the drop on a buddy. Rusty. No need to scold the ally of his blunder. Rusty. Fail in next... Oh, sorry. It's going to be Tasha. No need to scold the ally of her blunder. Tasha. Fail in next player to act. Tasha takes action on Overwhelm. Jeopardy, fluke-facing demon, Asian dragon, or its sorceress minions. Difficulty 8, advantage accoutrement 17, silencer. I do not have a silencer. I like to hear bang, bang, bang.
2 dice for an 8, Mike. Fail.
I'm
and
sorry,
versus
Tasha,
Overwhelm.
you are on Overwhelm.
Woo, we are definitely punishing people in this game. Here you go, Tasha. Here comes an Overwhelm card. How about a Knave inverted Bane?
Bring it on.
Whoa, that was the
not gonna be
worst.
good.
That was terrible. I am so
That's as
sorry.
bad as a 6.
Yeah, Overwhelm 10, Overwhelm
In the
8.
chat, Tasha.
Cracked hard, your jaw snapping closed. Fail, suffer vicious, regardless. Next player takes action, overwhelm. Difficult 10, advantage, any swagger T. I do have a swagger T. So
Very good.
I have 3 dice for a 10. But I was also thinking, it's 3 dice for a 10. Do I want to burn one of our things?
Yeah, it's entirely up to you. If you don't think you can make the 10, you don't want to take the vicious, and we don't have any healing thing on our.
No, we do. We have a Jolly Green Giant.
Oh yes, Ray. We can call for the medevac.
You have three dice
Hey!
for the 10.
I got a 10.
3 dice for a 10. You made it. Terrific. So you do not take the vicious wound. But Tony, can I give you an overwhelm card, please?
Regardless? Okay, so yes, regardless, I am on over. Okay.
How about a knave
it's the
inverted
same
bane?
one.
Oh, that's always
Oh.
nice, right?
That's the same one.
And that's the second time that you have had the exact same card as Tasha before you. This deck is jinxed. Read it out to us, Tony.
Okay. Cracked hard, your jaw snapping closed, fail and suffer vicious. Regardless, next player to act takes action on overwhelm. Regardless,
That's me.
Difficulty 10, advantage any swagger of a T. Ooh, I don't have T of grapple, so
You should pick up the peaceniks, have them do the flyer drop, and add a catbird seat to this.
What? No way. I'm gonna roll a 10.
Did you make the 10?
Oh God!
Oh, my gosh.
I'll take it. I will be
Well,
viciously wounded, though.
Luke Kwan is going to be viciously
No.
wounded going for it.
Can we get another name?
We have a bug. We have Mystic Heel.
We have the bug out for the Mystic Heel. We also have the Jolly Green Giant for the Mystic Heel. It's going to be eliminate one of the others. I think those are mandatory. We can't stop when anyone's wounded. We have to use them. Coming over to me.
Doesn't it do at the end of the battle because it can heal?
Yes,
the whole
that is
party?
correct,
It can
Mike.
heal the whole
Because
party,
it will heal more than one. And here comes my card. I'm on Overwhelm. How about a Chariot first, though? And that Chariot will tell me that I will toggle instrument number 27. We've picked up the Flogger. What the heck is a Flogger? I forgot. Is that no? That's a Flogger. That's the Russian MiG, I believe. We can call in for support. And here comes the flip of the card. A 2 of coins. 2 of coins on Overwhelm. 2 of coins. I'm going down. You can post it as I read it, Mike. Thank you. Your actions may prove worthless, but you'll perform them with panache. I have heard this before, read in the game. Fail and suffer vicious. Regardless, lose a make roll. That would be my last.
Ooh.
I will ask the group, can I use my last make roll that I lost regardless? No, I cannot. No, I've already decided that. A 12. Paladin or observers gesticulate garment K. I do not have K. A 12. A 12 without a make roll to suffer a vicious wound. I think I'm going to just roll this because we already got one vicious wound in the party. Why don't we have 2? And 2 of us have gone down. Rusty.
Rusty's still
level
on
of 1.
fire, right?
Rusty's the one that started this with the grenade launchers all around the north, Hanoi.
I could have
firing the grenades around Hanoi. Here comes your knave, Rusty, on Firefight for the win.
Another knave?
Yeah, but at least this one wasn't a bane.
Oh my goodness.
Nope, sorry, that didn't copy correctly. That's the wrong one. Here we go.
Another miss. What gives? Everything could be distorted or your weapon sights became bent. Or are these foes only bested by archaic weaponry? Archaic, yeah, okay. Fail and force to evasion. Regardless, lose any accoutrement if none suffer shaken. All right. Jeopardy, fluke, facing, demon, blah, blah, blah. We're not. Okay. Difficulty 9, advantage. Instrument 34.
We can pick that up on a roll. Rusty.
Okay. And does this win the battle? No.
Nope.
No, because it's a fail and you're going to evasion. We do not get a reduce the threat from this.
But we can get the crossbow back.
Yes, we can get the crossbow back, which is nice.
And so on a 9, and what happens if I fail?
If you fail, you go your next town. If it comes around to you again, you're going to roll on evasion.
And I'm also shaken, right? Oh no, if I can't do accoutrement, I can lose it.
Yeah, if you're down to your skivvies and they tell you got to drop your knife, you don't have a knife to drop. That's
okay. So all right, so there's no reason to burn one of the things to get a Fury Pip ring.
Except we got a lot of them, but it's up to you. Nope, Rusty's going to be evading. You got 2 people that are wounded and 1 person evading, and Mike for the win. We hope, right? Mike, are you at Firefight or Overwhelm? You're Firefight.
I'm at Firefight. I'm the last one at Firefight, but let's resolve this Judgment
Here
Bane.
comes Major Tarot, Judgment, card 20. Toggle instrument 38. We have the Roswell Codex.
That's a good thing.
That's a good one. The Kepler seat is always nice. Yeah. And here comes your card, Mike. It's going to be a Queen of Swords for the win on Firefight, we hope.
It is going to be a queen. Oh, do I have that advantage? I do not have that advantage. Scatter them all with opportunity fire, exhaust their will, success to reduce threat number, alternately upon success move to melee. Regardless, you or someone else loses accoutrement 10 M203 grenade launcher. I will lose that because I have it.
Boy, you guys need your grenade launchers, I got to tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Jeopardy fluke facing Demon Kanara doesn't apply. Difficulty 9, advantage accoutrement 20. I do not have accoutrements 20. I'm going to go ahead and burn. I'm going to go ahead and burn the Peacenik leaflets for a catbird seed and make that a 7.
Okay. Give me a 7. It's you get 3 for that catbird seed, though. Wouldn't it be a 6 or not?
Oh, yes, a 6.
Go ahead. 2 dice for a 6, please.
There we go.
There you go, and we've reduced this threat number. We're out of this battle. It only took 2 emptied rocket or grenade launchers, I should say. We picked up our soak-off. We have our resident expert, the gentleman who's also a demon hunter, with us. It is 8:51. We may be able to get through one more encounter, and then we'll continue this next week.
We need to use the fogger.
That's
we need
right.
to use something for the Mystic Fury.
I'm taking off the bug out right now for a Mystic Heal.
Right.
And
let
me double check that. I think that heals the party. So let's take a look.
It does
Mike?
heal the party.
Thank you, Mike. And we use our magical accoutrement to heal the party, and we depend upon a bug out. That would be a marine boat in the middle of Saigon. Wow, I mean, middle of Hanoi. Boy, these things are just mystic as they come.
Triple check that Mystic Heal.
Some sort of ghost comes. I believe you're right, though. I think it heals as a group, though, Mike. It's if you use it outside of combat, it only uses on one. But you can double check that for me. Back to my mission flow.
Mystic Heal. Whoops. Grant survival from. Whoops. Grant survival from wounds. If the
He's
instrument
cutting in and out. It says grant survival from wounds. Not sure how. Involves faith. All characters having wounds are healed immediately following the end of action, with special powers not optional. And let's go on to back to the. So yes, Tony and I get bugged out on the boat and get healed, and back to our actual flow, mission flow, and we are up to 14C. All right, and. We head on back to the South China Sea. We're going to get on the Minesweeper there. So we need one encounter in the South China Sea in order to get to Chu Lai, the Minesweeper. In country, shores of the South China Sea. And here comes our encounter. It ends with a night. I think that's 3 encounters we've had as nights in the actual campaign travel. And this one will be quite familiar to us as all. It's another firefight. We are going to do Q&D melee to the first dispatch. If this result happens again, it adds to the def mod or threat number. It has happened again, so we're going to end this evening with a threat mod of 1, but a def mod of 2. And Tasha, I got the big die on you. Here comes your card on melee. And it is the Emperor card. The Emperor card is going to flip and give us, did I pass it? Toggle 24. We get the Dead Reporter's Recorder. And Tasha, if you activate that, we can eliminate the 2 def mod. Decide after you see your actual roll, but we may want to do that. And here comes the card. A Force. Not done yet. Tasha, do you have accoutrement number 10?
I do not.
All right, you picked up accoutrement number 10.
Okay.
And a Knight, Bane, melee.
Knight, Bane, melee. Got it.
And post it and read it with me.
Let's see. Scream when buffeted afterwards. Have a laugh at what octave you hit. Fail and take actions on overwhelm. Regardless, lower threat number. Difficulty 7. Advantage profiteers.
And that's it. That lower the threat number is going to take the threat to 0 before we even hit the actual roll. We're going to call that the Tony gets cheated rule. And and that will end the play for the evening. We are going to end this with the micro nuke and the expert in the country at the South China Sea. We're on the Minesweeper there, and we'll pick this up next week.